This is NJSIAA Championship Football. Cherokee versus Kingsway for the Central Jersey Group 5 Championship. Coverage brought to you by the McKenna Realty team of Marlton and Jaworski Golf. Tonight's championship game is also sponsored by Chicky and Pete's, Fast Signs, Orbit Energy, Rastelli Market Fresh, Republic Bank Oak Mortgage, Third Base Sports and Trophies, and Miller Ford. Live coverage of this championship game produced by Prime Events and South Jersey Sports Talk. In the broadcast booth, here is Tony Blum.
Five championship game between the Chiefs of Cherokee and Kingsway. My name's Tony Blum, and I'm here with Sam Jenkins to bring you this game. The Central Jersey Championship game is produced by Prime Events in association with South Jersey Sports Talk and the Sports Fan Base Network. Brought to you in part by McKenna Team Realty and Jaworski Golf. So, Sam, here we are at a game that features two teams that I think at the beginning of the season you probably felt no way they're going to get here, and yet here they are playing in the championship, Central Jersey Championship Group 5 game. And the weather could be a factor where the wind is blowing pretty stiffly from our left to our right, but we'll have to see how that plays out.
Yeah, you wouldn't expect it as when the season began, but they're able to pull it together at the right time. And these two teams coming in with some hard-hitting defense and some sound offense. I can't wait to see it. I can't wait to see the not just the downfield plays, but I'm going to tell you right now, once this game is over, we're going to look back on it. There's going to be some big plays, some sprint outs, some floods, and all that kind of stuff. When the game's over, we're going to look back at the 3rd and 1s, the 2nd and shorts, the plays that keep the drives moving. That's what's going to make the difference in this game.
Let's take a look at Kingsway. The Dragons come in at 6-4 on the season, having beaten Old Bridge 32-14, Toms River North 19-14 to reach the Central Jersey Group 5 title game. On offense, the Dragons are a multi-pro scheme at a spread led by Temple commit Alex Odom, that is, who has rushed for 975 yards and has 12 touchdowns. Fullback Zach Schneider has been outstanding as a runner, receiver, and also blocking. Quarterback Ben Mayers has thrown for 687 yards and 7 TDs, but also has 7 interceptions. Sophomore Elias Collins has caught 25 passes for 360 yards. For Coach Mark Hendricks, he emphasizes the need to execute on offense and be physical, and most importantly, hold their blocks against Cherokee, who get 11 hats to the ball and pursue extremely well. They want to play fundamental football. Defense, 4-2-5 is what they run. They're very competitive, and turnovers are a big part of what they do. Matter of fact, on Tuesdays, they dedicate practice to turnovers and how to create them. And in fact, the motto of the defense is turnovers. They must prevent the big play and stop Caden Bertie, the Chiefs' outstanding receiver. Defensive lineman Namor Winfrey has 53 tackles and 6 sacks. The key on offense, be efficient, running the offense and eliminate negative plays. They also will run some new stuff and take their shots downfield. Defense, they must be aware of where Bertie is and fire off the ball, playing good technique and reading their keys effectively. Coach Hendricks also believes special teams will play a big part in the outcome. Overall, Kingsway has won state title, overall 14-15 in the playoffs. So Coach Hendricks wants to run that offense and not have negative plays, Sam, and you know how important negative plays can be to stopping a drive.
And he's as well aware as we are that Cherokee's defense is going to bring it. They have that, 3-man line and 4 backers, and they're going to send one from the right, they're going to send one from the left. They're going to have a change in stunt. They're going to have an Isaacs inside. They're going to have a slant. They're just going to bring it from different areas. And if you're able to pick it up and throw right behind them or run underneath them, you have a chance to do something. If not, they're going to come at you full strength. So I'm sure he's aware of that. They're going to make the necessary adjustments.
We're going to take a look at the Cherokee Chiefs in just a moment.
Hello, my name is Mark McKenna from Pat McKenna Realtors, and I am the team leader of the Mark McKenna team here in Marlton, New Jersey. I've been selling real estate for 27 years, and our group is the top producing real estate team in the South Jersey area for the last 4 consecutive years. When you hire the Mark McKenna team, we have 3 full-time salaried people within the office. We have a listing coordinator, a transaction coordinator, and a director of client services to make sure that you get the proper care from start to finish. You'll deal with really seasoned agents. I have been in the business for 27 years. Bob Grace has been with me for 24 years, and Jeff Amden for 14 years. So you're getting a ton of experience when you hire the Mark McKenna team. Some of the benefits hiring our team is experience, technology, and negotiating skills. I always tell all my clients it's very easy to put a deal together, but we earn our commission keeping transactions together and getting to the settlement table. That's when our clients are most satisfied. So if you're looking to buy a property in South Jersey, we welcome you to come in and have a buyer consult with our team. Or if you're interested in seeing what the current value of your house is, we would be glad to come out and have an appointment with you and show our strategies and marketing techniques that makes us the top producing team in South Jersey.
All right, back here at Cherokee, taking a look at the Chiefs. It's been an up and down year. They're 5-5 of the season. Started off winning 3 of the 4 and then lost 4 in a row to Millville, Williamstown, St. Augustine, and Lenape. They defeated Manalapan and North Brunswick to reach the Central Jersey Group 5 final. Coach Brian Glatz feels his team has been in every game, but ball security has been the problem for their losses. On offense, Bill Osborne runs the show, has thrown for 627 yards and 7 TDs, but with 9 interceptions, and he has the opportunity today, this evening, to break the record for yardage. Record is 664 yards by John Obeck in 1989. He is 38 yards away from breaking it. So we'll have to keep an eye on that throughout this game. Of course, his top receiver is junior Caden Bertie, 36 catches, 700 yards, and 5 TDs. Freshman Brandon Boria has rushed for 320 yards with 2 TDs, and junior Darren Hazen has 236 yards on the ground and a pair of TDs. But this evening, we're probably going to see a lot of Dahani Johnson, only a sophomore, as those 2 running backs I just mentioned have had some injuries. On offense, they want to distribute and spread the ball around, play physical in the offensive line. They have wideouts who can make plays and be effective running the football. Defense, the line is led by Josh Toner, and safety, Tyler Bartram, also outstanding. Overall, Coach Glatz wants his team to execute and with ball security. They have 2 common opponents. Cherokee defeated Washington Township 51-6, Kingsway winning at 21-zip. Cherokee lost to Millville 2014, Kingsway falling 30-20. The Chiefs have a great postseason record, having won 10 NJSIAA titles and a playoff record of 39-18. Cherokee next plays Seneca on Thanksgiving. The winner, of course, of this game takes on the winner of probably the top game in South Jersey this evening. That being, of course, Williamstown and Lenape in a rematch of a game that was outstanding that Williamstown won earlier this year. So we're looking forward to this game, and it really should be a great one. Both teams, I think, Sam, are playing their best football of the season right now.
They certainly are. They got all the tools lined up. You know, like you said earlier, We're going to look at the weather, we're going to look at the wind, and we're going to look at the key plays. This is a game where if you get behind by a lot and you need to rely on the air to catch up, it might be a problem. So a team may try and get up early or have sustained drives. So we'll see what happens. It should be exciting.
At Ron Jaworski Golf, they pride themselves on the high quality of magnificent golf, superb amenities, and outstanding service that they offer their valued customers. They've worked hard over the years to become a staple of the community and in the process have earned recognition as one of the region's premier golf experiences. Blue Heron Pines, Downingtown, Honey Run, Rumblewood, Riverwinds, Running Deer, and Valley Brook. Book a tee time at ronjaworskigolf.com. Ron Jaworski Golf, a proud member of the South Jersey community. And Mark McKenna of Pat McKenna Realtors has decades of experience in the Tri-County area. Technology and personal service have made the Mark McKenna team the top producing group in the region. Be sure to visit markmckennateam.com and call Mark at 856-983-0704 for any of your real estate needs. Well, Sam, you've been in games like this. You won a Group 3 title when you were playing. What's the mindset going into this game? I mean, it's a game that you either can win and move on, or your season is over. Of course, Cherokee, as we mentioned, plays Senegal on Thanksgiving. How do you prepare and how do you approach this game knowing that this is for the championship?
You know, it depends how you got here. You know, if you're on a winning streak and you were having a tough start of the season and you needed to improve as the season went on, you're on a high and you just want to continue doing the same things you were doing. If you had a great start to the season and then you have to catch yourself up at the end, you kind of want to regroup. Both teams are going to come in confident. Both teams are going to come in thinking that they had the answers, and for the most part, they're going to be right. It's just one of those two teams is going to leave here a little dismayed. So, you know, the confidence is going to be there. The plays, they shouldn't see much new things. The scouting, you should be able to see a wrinkle or two in the special teams because somebody's doing something wrong somewhere. If you have a good scouting department, you'll be able to see that. So we should see same old, and then a surprise on the special teams.
As we mentioned, weather could be a factor because the wind is pretty stiff, blowing, I should say, from left to right. And if you were to say which team has the better running game, you'd have to say Kingsway with Odom in the backfield. Of course, we said a Temple commit, and he's had an outstanding season. So do you think with these kind of weather conditions that might favor one team over another?
Well, if you commit to Temple, that has to be the that has to be the favorite right there. No, well, yeah, it's clearly with the running game, but the Chiefs come in with a strong-armed quarterback who can actually slice it through the wind. So if the quarterbacks were equal, we would say the Kingsway has the advantage. But right now, with the big play potential, and I've seen their patterns, they can put it across the hash marks. They can put it up the seam. They have a lot of flare patterns, a lot of tunnel screens. He can put the ball. What they do is they're going to hit you with a bunch of short patterns quick, lull you to sleep, boom, hit it over top of your head. So even though Kingsway may have the running game, Cherokee definitely has the big play potential.
All right, we're going to take a short break, and then we'll be back with more Cherokee and Kingsway for the championship of Group 5 in Central Jersey.
Hello, my name is Mark McKenna from Pat McKenna Realtors, and I am the team leader of the Mark McKenna team here in Marlton, New Jersey. I've been selling real estate for 27 years, and our group is the top producing real estate team in the South Jersey area for the last 4 consecutive years. When you hire the Mark McKenna team, we have 3 full-time salary people within the office. We have a listing coordinator, a transaction coordinator, and a director of client services to make sure that you get the proper care from start to finish. You'll deal with really seasoned agents. I have been in the business for 27 years. Bob Grace has been with me for 24 years, and Jeff Amden for 14 years. So you're getting a ton of experience when you hire the Mark McKenna team. Some of the benefits hiring our team is experience, technology, and negotiating skills. I always tell all my clients it's very easy to put a deal together, but we earn our commission keeping transactions together and getting to the settlement table. That's when our clients are most satisfied. So if you're looking to buy a property in South Jersey, we welcome you to come in and have a buyer consult with our team. Or if you're interested in seeing what the current value of your house is, we would be glad to come out and have an appointment with you and show our strategies and marketing techniques that makes us the top producing team in South Jersey.
Of course, there are other games going on in South Jersey this evening in other groups, all championship games. On the Orbit Energy scoreboard, Lenape, as we mentioned, at Williamstown. That's a huge game. That's in Group 5, South Jersey. Ocean City at Shawnee. Jackson Memorial at Hamilton. Group 1, Salem is at Willingboro. Hillside is at West Deptford. Hudson Catholic at Holy Spirit. And St. Augustine traveling up north to take on St. Peter's Prep. And you know those North Jersey non-publics are brutal.
Powerhouses, man. Yeah, powerhouses. They turn them in, turn them out, year in and year out.
So both teams, as you can see, are on the field. We're going to stay here while they do the coin toss. Of course, that's going to be interesting, Sam, because of the weather, to see if they win the toss, what they're going to do as far as deferring because they want to play defense first, or deferring because they want to select which way they're going to go with this win. So the captains are on their way out to center of the field, and Sam, you've played here, right?
I have played here, yeah,
and this
absolutely.
This is kind of like a bowl.
When I first saw it, I was playing as a sophomore, and we came in here, and this was the closest thing we've ever seen to a bowl game or a full stadium. You know, it's fantastic. It was grass at the time, but it still holds that mystique. You know, they had those teams with the Jim Devlins back in the day and everybody else, where they were powerhouses year in and year out. So that, in my mind, Cherokee is still that powerhouse. But after last year, they've really turned it around. So it's a great indictment on the young kids, the youth leagues, that they can regroup even after 1 year of a tough season.
So as you see, Cherokee has won the toss. They have deferred, and they will have the wind at their back to start this game. And Kingsway will be receiving the Dragons, defending the goal to our right. So both teams lined up on either side, and we're just about set to get this one kicked underway, and we'll do that right after this.
This is Ron Jaworski. I want to invite everyone to rediscover the excellence and diversity of my 6 championship golf courses. You know what first attracted me to the game of golf? It's the precision it requires at every level. At Ron Jaworski Golf, everything we do centers around you. It's the small touches that make golf so special. That's what drew me in years ago and forever shapes the way I feel about the game. Come enjoy our amazing signature golf courses or go to ronjaworskigolf.com.
Looking for a certified pre-owned vehicle? Miller Ford has a great selection to complement any lifestyle or budget. Plus, not just any car can be certified pre-owned Ford. Only the best cared for vehicles are chosen and then backed with Ford factory coverage, a 7-year, 100,000-mile warranty, special financing, a clean Carfax report, and 24-hour roadside assistance. Find an affordable, reliable, and certified Miller Ford today. Miller makes it better. Route 38 Mount Holly and 24/7 at millerford.com.
All right, back here at Cherokee. A moment silence, Sam, for the young man, 10-year-old, who was killed at that senseless shooting in the Pleasantville-Camden game. And you really hate to see that tragedy happen in high school football or anywhere for that matter.
I mean, you said it right, anywhere. But, you know, it's a shame. My last coaching job was with Coach Savage at Camden a few years ago. And just to have that happen, I mean, those kids have been through tough lives on both sides of that field. And just to have that kid, you know, experience it, let alone not be around anymore, it's a shame. And something really needs to be done about it. But I'll tell you what, who stepped up big time were the Philadelphia Eagles, allowing them to play on that field. So,
no question about it. Kudos to the Eagles for letting them finish that game. Camden, of course, winning at 22-0. But just a tragedy, something that should never happen.
Kicking off for Cherokee will be number 14, Nicholas Sirianni.
So it'll be Cherokee kicking off.
Cherokee to receive number 12, Nate Mayers. And number 2, Elias Collins.
Back to receive it, Collins and Mayers. The kick, high but short, taken just at the 20-yard line. Starting off to his right, looking to circle the end, grabbed by the shoe tops and knocked down.
I was really interested to see what kind of kick they were going to do, because throughout the year they've squibbed it, they've pooched it, and they've kicked it deep. So I think for today that's the choice.
Collins with a return. They'll open for business at their own 28-yard line. Ben Mayers is the quarterback. Elias Collins, wide receiver. Alex Odom, of course, their superstar running back. Zach Schneider is the fullback. Does a great job of blocking. Nair Jones, wide receiver, and Nate Mayers is also a wide receiver, and Steve Mayers is the tight end. Yes, they are brothers. Here's Mayers to give left side to Odom. Breaks a tackle at the 31 and falls forward to the 35-yard line. So picks up 6-7 yards on first down.
That balance set in the backfield doesn't allow you to slide your backers one way or the other. You can slide your secondary to the two receiver side, but that balance set makes you be honest, and they get a one-step advantage on you every time the ball snapped.
So a pickup of 6 on their first play from scrimmage brings up a 2nd and 4, just short of the 35-yard line. Mayers, the tight end, shifting sides. Mayers, the quarterback, fires to the right flat. It's complete. Stutter stepping, having room to the right side. That's the great play of Collins, who's only a sophomore, but you saw him kind of wait until the blockers formed and then cut it upfield.
That's the difference between, running a play for the first time, and I'm guessing these guys running it for the 100th time. He knows how to wait. He knows how to allow the blocks to develop. Now, that tight end trade, as we go through this penalty, that tight end trade was just to see what Cherokee's going to do when the offensive line changes strength. All they did is bring the outside backer up and drop the other one. Now they're going to come with a play off of that in the future.
Unfortunately for Kingsway, they committed an offensive holding, and ball's now moved back to the 22-yard line. They need the 39 for a first. Mayers now under center. Here's the toss. Hurdling him out of the line of scrimmage is Odom, but then as Coach Glatz talked to us, he said, we're going to get 11 hats to the ball, and you can pretty much see it on that play.
They sure are, and I'll tell you what, Kingsway is a quick twitch team. Everything they do is quick bang, bang, but Cherokee was able to fly to the ball that time. Now, I will, as I always do, if you ever heard our broadcast before, be careful, Cherokee. You fly too much to the ball, they're going to come back around the backside with a reverse or some misdirection. So while it's great to rally to the ball, hold your assignments.
He got hit like 6 times.
So now 3rd down and 18. For Kingsway, not the way they wanted to start it. with that penalty that really can wreck drives, as we know.
Looks like they took too much time here.
Play again.
Cherokee applauding, and that's
Dragons going to cost them another 5 yards.
going to cost him 5 more yards. Ball moved back to just outside the 15-yard line to the 16-yard line.
Yeah, you just want to have a short yardage play here, a safe play to get you close to the original line of scrimmage, punt it away. If you can break a tackle or do something and get a first, fantastic. But you're not going for the first down right now.
Do it.
And under normal circumstances, punting it away would be something that would be the right call. Of course, they're going to do it, but with that win, Sam, that could really give Cherokee great field position.
Yeah, they're going to, well, we'll see what they're going to do. They can rugby kick it. There's many things they can do. There's the misdirection.
Counter play across the 25 to the 29-yard line, so it does give them a little bit better field position to punt the football. That was Schneider, and nice run there, but nowhere near enough for the first down.
They're thinking about it. There they go.
Back to punt, number 11, Steve Mayer.
Mayer to punt it. Jackson McIntyre will kick it. Here's the kick. You can see the wind just knocking that down to about the 50-yard line, and then it rolls into Cherokee territory. So the Chiefs will open for business at their own 47-48-yard line.
So there's a lot of cheers on the Cherokee side, but what stopped that drive was not Cherokee, those penalties.
Or not Don, I mean, Carroll's down.
Keep that in mind.
So you're going to do this for a half and then drop down to Williams.
So they will start this drive at their own 46-yard line with the wind at their back. Bill Osborne is the junior quarterback.
Bill, right?
Running back is Dahani Johnson, just a sophomore. Come out in a slot formation to the left side. Big threat, of course, is Camden Bertie. Osborne takes the snap. The give, looking to sweep the right side on the jet sweep. Picks up a couple of yards. McIntyre gets the call, but Kingsway was pretty much waiting for that play.
Yeah, they had two things working against them. They had the boundary there, which breaks their tendency, which is what you do when you self-scout. And secondly, when they were successful on the jet sweep, they were able to outrun the force player, invert player, and they weren't able to do it that time.
So the officials want to get off the field because he looked like he was shaken up. Lee, the injured player, going to be escorted off the field. So it'll be second down.
That's the middle backer. We'll see. Is that their play caller too? That will make a difference here.
Dennis Lee appears to be okay. Second down, we'll call it 8 from the 48. Quick pitch over the middle. That one's complete to McIntyre for the first down. Just a quick pitch right over the middle.
Which it could be a scripted play, but it is a coincidence that the middle backer was taken off the field and they threw the slant right where the middle backer would be. So
that's what good teams do. Trips to the left side with a first down at the 43-yard line of Kingsway. Back to pass. Osborne under some heat. Cuts up the middle. He's across the 35-yard line and knocked down at the 33-yard line, close to another first down.
That's a 3-level pass play, like we like to call it the sail or flood. You have a short, flat pattern, a mid-range 12 to 15-yard pattern, and a deeper pattern. They even add a flare to that sometime you'll see later in the game. So the quarterback can take his pick, or if they're all covered, then you certainly can scramble.
Bertie splitting out to the right side. Slot formation to the right and the wing left.
Does a good job.
Under center now is Osborne. The give to Johnson. Pounds off left tackle for a couple to the 32-yard line.
Second down and 9 for the Chiefs.
Give him a pickup of just 1. Johnson now coming off.
I think they're working numbers.
He was pressed into duty because Hazen and Boria both have injuries. Trips to the right side.
This is their screen formation right here. Sometimes they use a run and screen to the trip side.
Osborne sets, great protection, fires deep down the center of the field, too far, no flag.
Osborne pass deep. Number 8, Jackson McIntyre falls incomplete.
McIntyre, the intended receiver, but he was kind of bracketed on that play. It would have been hard for him to drop that in there.
Yeah, I'm guessing that's incidental contact, but it's a good job defensively getting there and disrupting the routes. You know, once the ball's in the air, it's equal opportunity for the defender and the receiver to get to it. So if they run into each other, both trying to get to it, you're going to have a no call. So that's what happened here.
Johnson checks back into the backfield. Osborne gets the play from the sideline.
From the original line of scrimmage, so it doesn't even know.
3rd down and 9 from the 32. Off the left side, the give. Bartram with a carry, but he's going to be short of the first down, but likelihood is they're going to be going for it here.
Yeah, they have the win, and they need to take advantage of it right now, which some would say, hey, kick it now while you have the win, but use it to their advantage. They can sprint out here, okay? They can use their sprint out in that flood pattern we talked about, and even if the short pattern's covered, he can run for the first, so it looks like they may, if they are going to sprint, it might come to our right.
Trips to the right side on the 3rd and 5, and jumping off sides. And this could give them the first down.
Yeah, that's a good call. Good call.
Officials are discussing it, of course, if the offensive lineman jumped.
Or maybe the center moved the ball or something, or the quarterback bobbed his head. It could be a number of things.
So they're talking this one over.
The quarterback bob.
But it is going to be the offside call against Kingsway. That will indeed give them the first down.
First down and 10.
Okay, so we talked about it. Think back to this penalty and see how this drive ends.
Ball moved to the 24-yard line. No score. 6:35 left in the opening quarter. Slot formation to the left side for the Chiefs. Bertie in motion. The give up the middle to Johnson. Powers for 2-3 to the 20-yard line. May have picked up 4 on the carry.
Yeah, a lot of times they'll double call or wait for the call from the sideline to call that play because they'll see that the front is aligned where they want.
So they give him a pickup of 3.5. Bring up a second down, and we'll call it 6. Slot formation to the right side. Osborne under center, now back to pass, being rushed, now sprints out to his left. Nobody there. He's got the first down and more inside the 10, and he's going to be run out of bounds somewhere around the 5-yard line. And that left side, Sam, just opened up for, you can tell, Osborne, he was going to take it.
Kingsway's defensive end got too far afield. The right defensive tackle got collapsed inside. There's a wide open gate, and he had no choice but to take that. Almost sucked him in there like a vortex. He had to get it. He had to run it.
Really did. So now Cherokee taking their time. The ball is going to be marked right at the 5-yard line. First and goal for the Chiefs. Slot formation to the right side. Off play action. Back is Osborne. Again, he's going to take it to the left side. Throws on the run, and this one is caught for the touchdown.
Pass to number 1,
Mark Phillips with a catch. And, of course, when Osborne does something like that near the goal line, Sam, it puts the defense really in a quandary. What do you do?
What can you do? If he's going to buy more time, one, you have to cover longer, and that's almost impossible to do. Second, if they keep rushing their D end upfield like that and not staying in their lanes, he's going to have that all day. And he has a two-way go. He could have easily run that in or pass for the touchdown. So
teams are lined up and set. Ball is placed down, booted, and it is good by Sirianni. So with 5:25 left here in this opening quarter of play, Cherokee breaks on top. They lead it 7-0. Chicky and Pete's is your favorite local sports bar and crab house. Go where the players go and see Eagles players every Monday night. All you can eat Chicky's wings and world famous crab fries every Monday, starting at 6 p.m. for just $19.99. Enjoy Chicky's and Pete's Taco Tuesday for just $6.99. Wednesdays, enjoy 2 pounds of mouth-watering snow crabs, plus daily ice-cold draft beer and drink specials. Chicky and Pete's, proud partner of the Philadelphia Eagles. Visit chickyandpete's.com. So Sam, Cherokee gets their opportunity, starts off with good field position and marched down the field. And, of course, they had the aid of that offside penalty that gave them the first down, but they took advantage.
Well, you called it, Tony, in the beginning of the game. You said, are they going to take the field position or the wind? And, you know, Kingsway's going to take the wind at the end of the game, but right now that's an advantage for Cherokee. And maybe we'll see if the conditions get worse, that scoring early may be an advantage. So you have that penalty that kept the drive going. You had the great no-play timeout call that they jumped on. And you have the outside passing that we knew that was going to be there. Now, don't forget, that last drive, Kingsway was the one who stopped Kingsway, not Cherokee. So they eliminated the penalties. They may have scored themselves.
Sirianni, of course, with the great kick into the end zone. So it'll be Kingsway activating the football from their own 20-yard line, trailing now 7-0. 5:25 left in this first quarter of play. Quick pitch to the right side, complete, hemmed in. Did well just to get back to the line of scrimmage and may have gotten a yard.
Kingsway results in about a 3-yard gain. To the second down and 7.
And with all those moves, you can see why they're going to have a issue with turnovers and maybe letting the ball go. He's holding with one hand. He's making extra moves. He's trying to get the most he can, but sometimes that comes with turnovers.
Collins, of course, their outstanding wide receiver, trying to get him in space. The give off the right side to Odom. Odom breaks a tackle, sidesteps another, and he's run out of bounds at the 26-27. Let's see where they're going to mark it. They may mark it right at the 25-yard line, and that appears where they are going to mark him out of bounds.
5 for the Dragons.
I'll tell you what, these 2 and 3 yards in a cloud of dust is going to work to Cherokee's favor. But you get these Kingsway backs and receivers out in space, watch out.
Mayers in the spread, takes the snap. He's going to take it himself, and we've got a penalty marker down. Legal procedure, the call against Kingsway, and again, penalties are definitely hurting Kingsway in this ball game in the early going.
Yeah, that was the same thing that happened last series. Now, they don't want to panic here and try and do everything or do something outside of their wheelhouse, but they got to be more disciplined if they want to win this.
That's going to bring up a 3rd and 10. Back to the original line of scrimmage. The nose resting on the 20-yard line.
So last time they went with a misdirection, so they can motion this guy and come back this way. There they go, come back this way.
Mayers under pressure, throwing over the middle, incomplete. Intended again for Collins. That's going to bring up 4th down again, and given the fact that wind is howling, likelihood is they're going to get good field position again.
It certainly needs to keep this punt low.
Steve Mayers will kick it. Good snap. The kick. Coming up for it, nearly fumbling it at the 37-yard line.
McIntyre with a diving catch.
McIntyre, dangerous there. The ball just kind of died and dove, and it was tough for him to make the reception.
But he caught the ball. He caught the punt, which is kudos to that young man.
And they will start this drive in either better field position. The ball is inside the 40-yard line of Kingsway at the 38-yard line.
I mean, Tony, all jokes aside, I mean, it could have bounced and given them another 15 yards back the other way. So it will be a big deal.
Osborne, the quarterback, already has a touchdown pass. Off play action, rolling to his right. Still rolling, now being hemmed in, but gets the pass away. And this one is nearly intercepted, but they're going to call defensive pass interference on Shaheem Broadley Smith.
15 yards, right? 15 yards from the original.
I mean, I can see the call, Tony, but the young man was turned back and he tried to jump forward and went right into the receiver rather than up for the ball. But, geez, okay.
Now, were we inside the 30 original?
Yeah, they really kind of, on some plays, stacked the deck against the defensive back.
Yeah.
Kind of incidental contact, but they called it, and that's all that matters.
That's right. More importantly than that, he had all day to throw the ball, so they need to apply some pressure. That's more important than that play.
Ball now at the 23-yard line of Kingsway. 7-0 Cherokee on top. Osborne again. Pump fakes, now throws it down the middle, and this one is caught.
That is complete.
McIntyre making the reception, and that was a great catch right there in traffic.
Tony, that was an excellent play. That reminds me of last time we saw each other in Vineland, the quarterback and the tight end hitting it right down the center. So same kind of connection. Quarterback buying time, tall quarterback can see over the defense, fire it, put it only the place where the tight end can catch it.
All going to be marked out at the 3-yard line, so another 1st and goal for Cherokee, already leading in this game by the count of 7-0. 3:44 remaining in the first. Under center, Osborne, who's going to take it himself, powers his way up the middle to the goal line. No signal as of yet, and he did not get in. Got just about as close as you can get, though, and you can see the surge from that offensive line. Very impressive.
Yeah, they're tough.
West Deptford Hillside, nothing after 1.
2nd and goal from inside the 1. And Osborne again under center, again with the quarterback sneak, and this time he will get in for the touchdown.
Osborne calls his own number again. He's in for the touchdown. Chiefs 13, Dragons 0.
Oh, was he really?
So now 13-0.
Nick Sirianni on for the extra point.
Sirianni will attempt. Teams are lined up and set.
It's a nice finish to that drive.
Food is good.
And with 3:07 remaining in the first quarter, your Cherokee
3:07 remaining in this opening quarter of play. Cherokee spurting out to a 14-0 lead. It will be back with a kickoff in just a moment.
This is Ron Jaworski. I want to invite everyone to rediscover the excellence and diversity of my 6 championship golf courses. You know what first attracted me to the game of golf? It's the precision it requires at every level. At Ron Jaworski Golf, everything we do centers around you. It's the small touches that make golf so special. That's what drew me in years ago and forever shapes the way I feel about the game. Come enjoy our amazing signature golf courses or go to ronjaworskigolf.com.
Hut, hut.
14-0 Cherokee on top. 3:07 left in this opening quarter of play. And they've been efficient and effective moving the football thus far in this game.
They certainly have. The QB's been able to buy time, and he's been able to get outside the pocket and use that athletic ability to his advantage. Good job.
Sirianni with a kick through the end zone with that wind at his back. So again, Kingsway will start from their own 20-yard line, but now kind of a time when they've got to put something together here, Sam. They're already behind 14-0.
And you know what that involves? Just don't have the penalties. I mean, it's a football. You're going to have penalties here and there. Just don't have the devastating ones that change the game. From the 3rd and 4, 3rd and 5 that you gave a first down to the pass interference, that was, questionable call down the field. You got to give yourself a chance. You don't want to get down by too much.
So here's Kingsway with the football. Slot formation to the right side. Mayer's rolling right. Throws to the right sideline. And it's complete. Now, do they say incomplete? They do.
Incomplete, going to bring up second down and 10.
Well, they had the right idea. They got it outside, get it to one of the playmakers, but he was unable to hold on to it.
Carmichael, not in the Hall of Fame. Mike Quick is a vet, didn't kill his knees.
So that'll bring up a second down and 10 for Kingsway. Come in at 6 up and 4 down. Mayer's going to take it himself, able to sidestep a tackle at the line of scrimmage, now finds room and puts his head down, powers over the 30-yard line to pick up a first down, and that was effort right there.
It certainly was. Now you're going to see if Kingsway can get themselves in space, you're going to be able to see what they're made of and why they're here. They just need to get outside the box.
Of course, I'm sure, Sam, they're looking for some other people other than Odom to make plays because you know Cherokee is keying on him.
Fixated on him. When you asked me about playing here, I remember my senior year, all 11 guys were on me.
Oh, we know.
First down at the 32. The give right side for a couple.
And up to Alex Odom, led in the backfield by a host of Chiefs. No gain on the play, second down and 10 for the Dragons.
So they say no gain on the carry. Under 2 minutes now left in the first quarter. 14-0 Cherokee on top.
And the roll numbers are all close. 9-11 and 12.
Mayer's sprinting to his left, looking to cut it back, but has nowhere to go.
Snap to Alex Odom.
Going to be thrown for a loss, and again, Cherokee stringing out that play very nicely.
They did a great job with that, and they were there backside. So they had a different formation to get outside leverage on the defense, but if you have good inside-out pressure, fill and force, you're going to be able to stop it.
So that's going to bring up a third down. Third down and 10 from the 32-yard line for Kingsway. Mayer's looking to throw the ball. Throws it over the middle. It's complete. Bumped out of bounds at the 41-yard line, but that's going to be short of the first down by 3 or 4. Collins makes the reception, but couldn't get enough forward movement to pick up that first down.
Yeah, the last 2 third down plays, if they run those downs 1 or 2, they'd have short fourth and third down situations.
So again, the punt coming from Kingsway.
Number 11, Steve Mayer's on the punt. Number 8, Jackson McIntyre back to receive.
McIntyre going to receive it. Steve Mayers will be booting it, gets the kick away. Good kick. Fair catch called for at the 38-yard line. I think Cherokee wanted to have one more chance with the wind, and they've got it.
Well, even more, they wanted Kingsway to punt into the wind to knock it down right there. So, you know, them having the win is a bonus, but more importantly, they wanted Kingsway not to be able to punt it 40 yards.
So they lead it 14-0. 56 seconds remaining in this opening quarter. Going to be interesting to see how they play it here, if they're going to go deep to try to take advantage of that wind or how they're going to play it.
Well, they had 2 deep passes already. One incomplete and one complete and one pass interference. So why not? You have the wind, use it.
Here's Osborne off play action, being rushed now again, sprinting out to his right, but this time played better by the opposition. Kingsway. Phillips, did he make the catch? He did make the catch, but
incomplete. Second.
Oh, it says incomplete.
Bounds, yeah.
Sorry, he was out of bounds, so incomplete. That does stop the clock for the Chiefs. 48 seconds left in the opening quarter.
And that's the big difference of the D-line staying in the lanes. He wasn't able to step up and take off, so there's the difference.
Well, as the game goes on, the coaches do make adjustments. Obviously, the message got through there. Double slot formation. Here's Johnson looking to sweep the left side. Cuts inside, and he's hit at the 40. able to struggle forward to the 42-yard line, so picks up 4. Johnson certainly not a big back, but right there, put his head down and powered forward.
And there's a prime example of 2 different ways of playing the same play. Cherokee plays the outside sweep, we're bringing everybody and the mother over to make the play on the ball. Kingsway had the force man, keep his inside-out leverage, the fill man outside in, and they were able to stop the play that way with just the right amount of people. So they're both effective. It's just what do you need to do to stop the play?
Brings up a 3rd down and 6 as they come out in a trips left formation.
Screen formation here. There's your screen.
There it is, but played well.
Good effort.
Yeah, excellent effort. It looked like they had him surrounded for no gain or even a loss, and then able to sprint forward close to a 1st down. It's going to be short of the 1st down, however.
So that's the end of the quarter? Yep.
So that's the end of the 1st quarter. Cherokee sprinting out to a 14-0 lead, and we will be back with quarter number 2 right after this.
This is Ron Jaworski. I want to invite everyone to rediscover the excellence and diversity of my 6 championship golf courses. You know what first attracted me to the game of golf? It's the precision it requires at every level. At Ron Jaworski Golf, everything we do centers around you. It's the small touches that make golf so special. That's what drew me in years ago and forever shapes the way I feel about the game. Come enjoy our amazing signature golf courses or go to ronjaworskigolf.com.
Energy and power, they strive to be the best. After all, you deserve the best, and that's why they offer a variety of high-quality services to keep your home running smoothly. Whether you need to cut your electric bill with solar energy, clean your water, replace your roof, or fix your heating and cooling system, they're there for you. With expert technicians, helpful staff, and 24/7 emergency services, Orbit Energy and Power is your whole home solutions provider. Visit them at orbitenergy.us. So it appears Cherokee, with a 14-0 lead, is going to be going for it here. Or are they just going to try to have Kingsway jump off sides?
Yeah, great push in that goal line play. I mean, why not go for it? Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
And looks to have enough for the 1st down. Takes it up to the 50. 1st down and 10.
This sneak picks it up.
From the 50-yard line.
Of course, I'm sure 14-0 has a lot to do with that.
That doesn't hurt. And they lost the wind. You know, you'd be surprised the science and the skill behind the quarterback sneak. People think he just ducks his head in there and goes. Sometimes you take a step left, take a step right, depending on who your linemen are, where the gap is. There's a whole scheme behind it.
And they have executed it well in this game thus far. 1 for a touchdown. Osborne again under center. He's going to again take the sneak. Look at his power up the middle. They just can't get him down. He's almost picked up another 1st down, and he might have picked up a 1st down. He's going to be just short. So he just gets himself behind those offensive linemen, and they just can't get to him.
So we're in Australia announcing the Sevens Rugby League, apparently. That's all we're seeing right now, a scrum moving forward. I mean, you know, why not?
As they say, we're going to keep running it until you stop it.
There you go.
So far, they haven't stopped it.
Yep.
Pickup of 8 yards on a quarterback sneak.
Yeah, the 2 benefits to that play. The clock keeps running, keep the game moving forward.
Ball now at the 42-yard line of Kingsway. Cherokee. Osborne off play action, throws back to the left. This one is incomplete, intended for Johnson. Play action, rolling right, throws back to his left. Had Johnson, but a little bit too high.
He does a peculiar thing here, Tony. On a boot or a naked, sprint out, he turns his back to the same side he's going to sprint to. It's kind of weird, but yeah, he overthrew that last one right there. I'm just saying that momentary time when you don't see where you're going to throw it, that might be affecting something. I'm not sure why. You look at it as the game goes further. He turns his back to the way he's going to sprint, so he has to spin back around. It's usually off of play action.
3rd and a couple. Osborne with a give to Johnson, powers off left guard, and he's going to have the 1st down. Inside the 40 to the 39-yard line.
Johnson got enough for a 1st down.
So more than the big play to the tight end, Tony, more than the pass interference, if you're going to push them down the field 3 or 4 yards at a time, that's really defeating on the defense right there. Not just physically, but mentally.
Yeah, Coach Hendricks said we've got to play physical football, and so far in the early going, the physicality war has definitely gone to the Chiefs.
Now they can hit up the seam right here, up the left seam, if they decide to pass it.
Osborne's going to take it himself on a design run, and he's pushed out of bounds.
Osborne keeps it himself again.
Maybe a yard.
Yeah, based on that adjustment, they can come back to that play, motion that third receiver, and run right up the seam. They're wide open, Tony.
So Osborne has been involved in the running game, mostly on busted plays or plays where he couldn't find a receiver or the quarterback sneak. Right there, a design run for the quarterback. Pickup of a couple. Ball placed down at the 37-yard line of Kingsway. Slot, both sides. Here's Johnson up the middle. Johnson finds room. Johnson inside the 25. Going to mark it down right at the 25-yard line. Another first down.
That's a good hard run, and that was a good adjustment by the sideline to make the right call. You'll see when they'll line up in doubles and they take a few minutes to get the call from the sideline. It's normally an inside run.
Johnson pressed into service, just a sophomore, because of the injuries to a couple of running backs for Cherokee. Slot formation to the left side. 9:37 left in the opening quarter. Again, the give to Johnson. Stutter stepping, breaks free inside the 20, angling for the left corner of the end zone, cuts back to his right, and he's in for the touchdown.
I'll tell you what, that's a great individual effort right there. He's vying for the starting back spot with that kind of run.
Big run by Johnson, the Hottie Johnson, just a sophomore.
That's a great run. That secondary cut.
Sirianni to attempt. High snap, placed down and booted.
Extra point is up and good.
I'll tell you what, Tony, there's a big difference between a cut and a juke, and you were able to see both of those on that play. He made a good cut in the beginning and juked that defender further downfield.
21-0. Cherokee thus far blowing it away against Kingsway. At Rastelli Market Fresh, they are driven by a passion for great food. Food you can feel good about eating, good about buying, and good about serving to your family. At their family market, Rastelli's #1 priority is high quality and fresh products, as well as your favorite brands at prices you'll love. Check out all of their fresh offerings, from meat, seafood, produce, and delicatessen to wine and spirits, bakery, prepared foods, and more. At Rastelli Market Fresh in Marlton and Deptford. They hope you'll enjoy their products and offerings as much as they enjoy bringing them to you. So a big hole now for Kingsway, Sam, and still plenty of time left in this ball game, but they've got to get something going offensively.
Yeah, with their big playability, they have to get one minimum, preferably 2 scores before the half's over.
Sirianni with the kick.
Got to catch it.
Coming up and nearly fumbling the football, but able to grab it.
Ball is recovered by Kingsway at their own.
Looks like Collins may have come up and grabbed it.
31-yard line, first down and 10 for the drive.
So Kingsway will have their best field position of the football game, starting out at, see where they're going to mark it, just over the 30-yard line. First couple of times they were starting at their own 20-yard line, so 10 yards better, but I guess it's what you do with it.
I like to see them open it up. You know what I mean, Tony? It's just these concentrated plays. They need to open it up and give those athletes some space.
The give to Odom. Bangs off the left side, and he's hit high and hard and driven back after an advance of 3 yards. Here's some of the oohs and the ahs here on that hit.
He's been bringing that all year long, Tony. It's a tackle, then boom, here comes the safety.
Pickup of 4 yards on first down for Odom. Has really good size at 6'1" and 190. Slot formation to the right side. Here's Odom again. Bounces off a tackler to the left. Now has a first down across the 40 to the 42-yard line. And that, I think, showed you why he's such a highly rated running back. Closed off to the right side, reverses his field, picks up the first down.
He changes direction like a 5'8" running back. I mean, that is unbelievable to be the height and size he is to be able to change direction that fast. That's just phenomenal. Cherokee had that play dead to rights in the backfield.
At the 43-yard line, Kingsway has something going here. Odom now split up to the right side, actually in the slot. Mayers the quick toss to the right side. That's incomplete. Collins picks it up off the turf, but I don't think he can do that.
No, unless it was a lateral. You know, if it would have been a lateral, then he's good to go. But unfortunately, that was a forward pass.
And again, Collins and Odom are the two players on offense. They want to get the ball to, as you said, in space, give them the opportunity to break it free.
Yeah, because I don't know that anybody in Cherokee can run stride for stride with either one of those players. So as long as they keep them in front of them, they're good to go.
Again, Odom in the slot to the right side. Second down and 10 at the 43-yard line. Now trips to the right. Mayers. Quick throw over the middle. This was complete to Collins. Collins has the first down. To the 46-yard line of Cherokee.
Looks very similar to the play Cherokee ran early in the game. Just hook right up over where the linebacker vacates. Don't make it complicated. Sometimes it's just pitch and catch.
At the 46. Again, Odom splitting out to the right side. Mayers takes it himself off the right side, finds some room. He's to the 40-yard line, so picks up 6 yards on first down.
Okay, they seem to have something going here. Must be language or what's going on here.
Late flag comes in after the play was over.
Unsportsmanlike on Cherokee.
Unsportsmanlike conduct, the call against Cherokee, so that's a big penalty.
Man, that strong wind is blowing penalties on whatever team's on that side, huh?
That's, well, as you say, Sam, the team that has had the football on offense with the wind at their back they get penalties and they have success moving the football as well.
Who knew the wind was that powerful, right?
Kingsway now with the football at the 25-yard line of Cherokee. Down 21-zip, and whistles all over the place and flags stop play.
Procedure, what do we got here?
Yes, that's the call. So they get one and give one back.
5-yard penalty, chase Kingsway back to the Cherokee 30, first down and 15.
That'll bring up a first and 15 from the 30 of Cherokee. 21-0. The Chiefs on top big. 7:05 left till halftime.
Yeah, and at this time, it seems right. It seems like you're by accident.
Again, Odom will line up in the slot to the right side. Mayers, good time, throws deep down the left side, intended for Collins. Incomplete.
Yeah, he's looking for a call, but he came inside and the ball was thrown outside, so it went behind his head.
Actually, that ball was intended for Odom, not Collins. So now, second down and 15.
You know, that wasn't successful, but you know what? Don't go away from that. They can come back to that. You just get the timing right, you get placed a little bit better, you have a chance to make a play.
Second and 15 from the 30. Mayers going to take it himself off the right side to the 26-yard line. Undoubtedly, Sam, this is going to be 4-down territory for Kingsway.
You know, I'm looking at what happened defensively after they shifted the tight end over. The outside back on that side came on a blitz. You can shift the tight end over, run that backside receiver on a slant. You got an automatic first down right here. And one missed tackle is a touchdown. they need to go upstairs and make sure that they're looking at that.
Slot formation to the right side. Odom split far out to the left. 3rd down and 11. Mayer, good protection. Throws to the right side. This one's complete inside the 20 to the 15, 17-yard line.
What you do is you line up real quick. You go a no play timeout. You try and get Cherokee to jump.
That one complete to Nate Mayers. You got Nate at the wide receiver. You've got Steve Mayers at tight end. And, of course, Ben Mayers is the quarterback.
I'll go with 2.
So short of the 1st down, it'll bring up a 4th down and a couple here.
I'm not going to call it a long one, that's for sure.
Under center is Mayers. Mayers going to roll right, taking it himself. Throws on the run. This one's complete. Complete to Schneider. And they say he was out of bounds. And Cherokee, as you can see, is happy, but Kingsway is not. And that turns it over to the offense of Cherokee.
I don't have the best of angles here, Tony. That sure looked like he was in bounds, but, man.
Yeah, it was tough to see because we were blocked off from seeing where his feet were. We only saw the top part of his body.
Right.
So that drive, which was very promising, the best drive of the game for Kingsway, ends up with no points.
Yeah, it's a little bit more complicated than it had to be to get the first, but still, they must have confidence in it.
So Cherokee now with the football deep in their own territory at the 12-yard line. See how conservative or aggressive they're going to be. The give looking to sweep the right side and picking up 5 yards. Opara with a carry.
You know, you want to give your players their ability to do their own thinking. Yeah, it's a passing formation with no backs, but against the wind with the 21-point lead and motion, you got to assume jet sweep first. So as they see the motion coming, jet motion, they should be screaming it to the defenders and react right to it.
Opara shaken up on the play. 21-0, Cherokee on top. Well, at Fast Signs, they are planners, designers, and innovators. And they like to tackle the big projects. At Fast Signs, you'll discover their highly skilled team of marketing and graphics experts and more than ready to handle your large project. Fast Signs offers consulting services to help manage your project. Call them today, 800-600-1412. They have the expertise, the vision, and insight needed to create, manage, and implement your solution. For custom logo design, promotional products, vehicle wraps, signs, and banners, contact Fast Signs of Maple Shade, 800-600-1412.
I think he can still score.
Cherokee with the football.
He had like a 3-year run that was good.
2nd down and 4. Again, Johnson gets the carry to the 26-27 line. At a 1st down.
And he's got a 1st down. 1st down and 10 Chiefs from their own 32.
Defensively, Kingsway needs to sell out a little bit on the run because it's not the greatest passing conditions going that way. So you got to bring a man down and force them to pass.
Johnson, just a sophomore, has been playing very well in this game. Of course, the offensive line has given him the ability to find room.
Yeah, they're plowing some holes for him right now. They're doing a good job.
I think if you really take a look at it, that offensive line of Cherokee has been the difference thus far in the bowl game.
Right, like we talked about in the beginning, you know, the big plays, but it's the line. It's the line that's going to make the difference.
Timeout on the field called by Cherokee. Taking a look at some scoreboards, the Orbit Energy scoreboard. Cherokee here, of course, is up 21-0. Lenape leads Williamstown in the other Group 5 final, 7-0. Shawnee on top of Ocean City in the 2nd quarter, 7-0. Hamilton, 14. Jackson zip. Willingboro up on Salem, 8-0 in the 2nd quarter. St. Peter's, 14. St. Augustine, nothing. Hillside and West Deptford 0-0, and Holy Spirit all over Hudson Catholic 28-6 on the Orbit Energy scoreboard. So both teams huddle around their respective coaches back on the field.
I just know from track cross country, you know.
Got you caught up on the scoreboard. Lots of big games here tonight, but we can't be at all of them.
Not
unfortunately.
No.
First down. Osborne throws over the middle. This one's complete. McIntyre with the reception and another first down. They're just kind of finding that little seam in the defensive backfield, and he's hitting them in stride.
Yeah, it's like we call it an ISO pass or pop pass. They just got a little play action. Get the linebackers to suck up. The tight end delays. It fits in right behind them. It's usually a good hookup.
Caden Birdie, of course, is their heralded wide receiver. Lenape is now up 10-0 over Williamstown in the Group 5 South Jersey Championship. Osborne with the give to the right side.
And up to number 4, Ty Bartram.
Bartram gets the call, picks up 5.
5 on the play, going to bring up second.
And we remember in the first game those two met, Sam. Lenape was up big in the first half, but then Williamstown came roaring back in the second half and able to win that game. Williamstown is a team that is so mentally tough, you can never count them out.
It doesn't matter if they're up, they're down, or it's tied. They're going to come just as hard. Williamstown and Shawnee is similar, even though they had one tough loss this year. They're going to keep coming at you full strength. So that game is yet to be determined.
Two great teams. It's a shame one of them has to lose. Osborne again, Johnson, left side. Finds the opening. See if they're going to give him the first down. It appears that he is just short of the first down. But a nice jump cut at the line of scrimmage for Johnson to find the opening.
I mean, he's patient. You're saying this is the second or third string running back? It seems like a starting running back right now.
Yeah, he's just a sophomore. Pressed into action because of injuries to the running back core. Now it's going to be third down and less than a yard.
You gotta, not necessarily this play, but if they get another first down, you gotta have to sell out on the run. I mean, they're gonna run or pass play action. I mean, you gotta go get it.
Quarterback sneak, not a big surprise. And there's the epitome of what we're talking about in this first half, Sam. The offensive line pushing that defensive line 2-3 yards down the field.
Yep.
Easy pickup on the quarterback sneak. That was just too easy.
They got to make them work, you know. They're almost like put your goal line D, your goal line D in there. But you got to do something, because if they can just get 4+ yards on you every play, it's over.
Double slot formation. The ball now moved to the 47-yard line of Kingsway.
Zero coverage. They did a good thing. And there you go.
Yeah, there's the penetration.
We just talked. There you go. You know, you just got to bring it, and you live with what happens, because you can't let them just walk down the field on you.
Shymiel Davis, 6'2", 220-pound senior, making the stop for a loss of 4 yards. They're just going to need more of those plays, because they have to force them to go the long field now. A timeout called by Kingsway. So with 1:22 left till halftime, it remains 21-0 Shawnee on top. The power of red is back at Republic Bank Oak Mortgage. They offer their customers big bank benefits with a small town feel. Republic is one of the largest Philadelphia-based banks, yet they make decisions locally, and they make them quickly. Love your bank again. Tonight's broadcast is made possible in part by Republic Bank Oak Mortgage. Member FDIC, equal housing lender. NMLS number 783460. So Kingsway calls the timeout. 1:22 till halftime. Second down and 14 for Cherokee. Ball now moved back into Cherokee territory. Throwing a pickoff by Kingsway. Kingsway along the left sideline. He's inside the 20, and he's going to be knocked down right around the 10-yard line. It was almost as if he threw it right to him.
Threw it right to him. Because the 3-by-2 formation, the no backs, the ghost, is a 75% screen formation for Cherokee.
Down to the Cherokee 14-yard line, going to be first down and 10 for the Dragons.
Outstanding play there. I think that was Winfrey on the interception. Tremendous play.
That was a great play. He read it. He knew it was coming. Got coached up.
Quarterback taking it to the left side. That's
Number 9, Ben Mayers takes
Mayers
it down to the Cherokee
to the 10-yard line. So if they could get a score right here before halftime, playing much better defense down the stretch there.
Yep.
With a loss, and then, of course, the interception by a defensive end.
They finally came around and played a little cover 0 and brought some pressure. Made a big play on D. Pressure makes people do things, funny things.
Less than 50 seconds left here. Again, Mayers is going to take it, and he's met at the line of scrimmage and thrown back. But before that play, Cherokee called timeout. So
that never happened.
Kind of backfired on him.
Take it back, ref. Take it back.
So Cherokee calls timeout. They're up 21-0. 45 seconds left in this first half. Let's see if they put some time back on the clock here because of the timeout. Well, over the years, Third Base Sports and Trophies has grown into one of the leading companies on the East Coast in providing all your trophy and apparel needs. Located at 1960 Old Cuthbert Road in Cherry Hill, they provide one-stop shopping to their customers with outstanding quality, service, and affordability. Open Monday through Friday from 9 till 5. Saturdays from 9 till noon. Phone 856-665-0114. Remember to stop at third base on your way home. So an opportunity here for Kingsway to put something on the board before halftime.
So that's why shouldn't they be moving the ball back like 2 yards? So the play didn't happen.
Kingsway has one timeout left? 2. They have 2 timeouts left? Okay.
Kingsway has 2. And Cherokee has 1.
All right. Yeah, so Kingsway doesn't need to reinvent the wheel here. They can just go right at them. They can call timeout.
Ball at the 1.5-yard line as they shift. Mayer with a jump pass.
Just run it in.
Incomplete.
We'll bring up second down and goal from the 2.
I understand that Cherokee has the size, but you have timeouts and you're at the 1, you can run it, and if you don't get it, then get creative. But give yourself a chance to go directly straight ahead first.
They ran the play, but
Second down and goal, 42 seconds remaining. Of course, with the incompletion, the clock stops.
Plus, if you're going to do that jump pass, you have to run it a little more convincingly, stop, and then pop it up. He just did it too early. So the execution and the play call was ineffective.
Mayer's going to take it himself off left guard to the goal line, and he is in for the touchdown.
Sometimes simplicity works, you know? Good job, Kingsway. Sometimes simplicity works.
Must have been listening to you, Sam. So 2 yards out, Mayers with a touchdown. 21-6. So it took them nearly the entire first half to be able to score, but they did get it done before half expired. Teams are lined up. Tanzola will boot it.
Oh.
And this one is partially deflected at the line of scrimmage and no good.
I could come back to haunt them. We'll see what happens.
So 21-6 the score. And we'll be back with the kickoff of Kingsway in just a moment.
Jaworski. I want to invite everyone to rediscover the excellence and diversity of my 6 championship golf courses. You know what first attracted me to the game of golf? It's the precision it requires at every level. At Jaworski Golf, everything we do centers around you. It's the small touches that make golf so special. That's what drew me in years ago and forever shapes the way I feel about the game. Come enjoy our amazing signature golf courses or go to ronjaworskigolf.com.
Hut, hut.
(21-6) now as Kingsway scores the touchdown in the closing moments of this first half.
Number 19, Caden Birdie. Kicking off for the Dragons, number 26, Riley Robocall.
Ryan Robichaux will be kicking it away for Kingsway. Line drive taken by one of the up people at the 32-yard line. Able to elude one tackle at the 37-yard line. Bartram with a return.
On to it at the Cherokee 36.
Now we bring up little things, Tony, sometimes. That's a great opportunity for him just to go down. There's no reason for him to try to get extra plays, extra yards right there. That would have been it.
Some more playoff scores on the Orbit Energy scoreboard. Lenape again on top of Williamstown at the half, 10-0. Shawnee over Ocean City 7-zip. Hamilton 21-zip over Jackson. West Deptford Hillside, there is no score there. Willingboro 14, Salem 8. St. Peter's leads St. Augustine now 14-7 at halftime. Holy Spirit running away from Hudson Catholic 36-18 in the third quarter. Orbit Energy scoreboard. So Cherokee with the football. They're just going to take a knee, and that's going to do it. Just 27 seconds left until halftime. They lead it 21-6. And on top of that, they'll be receiving the second half kickoff.
Yeah, no, they'll probably have the win in the third because I'm sure Kingsway will take it in the fourth.
So that's the end of the first half of play. Cherokee racing off to a 21-0 lead in this game. Now lead it 21-6 as Kingsway comes back late to score a touchdown. We'll be back with more of the Central Jersey Group 5 Championship game in just a moment.
Hello, my name is Mark McKenna from Pat McKenna Realtors, and I am the team leader of the Mark McKenna team here in Marlton, New Jersey. I've been selling real estate for 27 years, and our group is the top producing real estate team in the South Jersey area for the last 4 consecutive years. When you hire the Mark McKenna team, we have 3 full-time salary people within the office. We have a listing coordinator, a transaction coordinator, and a director of client services to make sure that you get the proper care from start to finish. You'll deal with really seasoned agents. I have been in the business for 27 years. Bob Grace has been with me for 24 years, and Jeff Amden for 14 years. So you're getting a ton of experience when you hire the Mark McKenna team. Some of the benefits hiring our team is experience, technology, and negotiating skills. I always tell all my clients it's very easy to put a deal together, but we earn our commission keeping transactions together and getting to the settlement table. That's when our clients are most satisfied. So if you're looking to buy a property in South Jersey, we welcome you to come in and have a buyer consult with our team. Or if you're interested in seeing what the current value of your house is, we would be glad to come out and have an appointment with you and show our strategies and marketing techniques that makes us the top producing team in South Jersey.
All right, back here at Cherokee at halftime. Score 21-6. And in just a moment, we're going to be talking to Bill Osborne. No, not the quarterback of Cherokee, but rather his father. But first of all, we want to tell you about Chicky and Pete's. It's your favorite local sports bar and crab house every day of the week. Tuesdays, bring the family for Chicky and Pete's Taco Tuesday. 3 tacos for just $6.99. Wednesdays, feast on 2 pounds of mouth-watering snow crabs for $34.95. Thursdays, enjoy buck a shuck oysters, plus daily ice-cold draft beer and drink specials. Chicky and Pete's is a proud partner of the Philadelphia Eagles. Visit chickyandpete's.com for locations. Well, Bill, good to have you here at halftime as Cherokee leads it by the score of 21-6. Raced off to a 21-0 lead in this game, and Kingsway came back to score a late touchdown. Tell us, first of all, before we talk about the game, a little bit about you. Obviously, you played sports very successfully. Also have had a great career after high school and college. So why don't you tell us about what you've done, your little resume?
Well, it's I was blessed to play at Wildwood High School and had a I was very lucky. I had some great coaches and some great leaders in my town. I was able to play a couple sports, and it was a lot of fun. And then from there, I went to the University of Pittsburgh, and I had a great opportunity to play there at Pitt, and it was kind of fun because when I was at a high school, I was being recruited by Paul Evans at the Naval Academy. So when I was being recruited, I said, can I play? I like to play 2 sports. And then when I went to Pitt in my sophomore year, Paul Evans got the job from the Naval Academy, and people remember David Robinson. He was at the Naval Academy. So Coach, they had some guys they lost because Prop 48, and he said, we're a little short on the basketball team. Can you come play? So my sophomore year, I played on the basketball team, and it's kind of ironic. A lot of my good friends coming out of college are still some of the guys on the basketball team. Coach Calipari, who coaches now, one of the most successful coaches in college, was an assistant coach at that time at Pitt. So I was really, really lucky. And then I went on. I scouted for the Kansas City Chiefs and stayed involved and broadcasted for the University of Pittsburgh and the CN8 and stuff. So very, very lucky. Now I'm a dad. So now I got 2 boys who are very active in sports, and we're very lucky we come here and play at Cherokee. It's quite a blessing, that's for sure.
All right, well, tell us about your impressions of the first half. Cherokee going off to the 21-0 lead, and Sam and I have been talking about what's been going on, and the thing that's impressed us thus far, really the difference in the game, in our opinion, is that offensive line. They're just pushing Kingsway around, and when you see a quarterback get 8 yards on a quarterback sneak, I mean, it's impressive.
Yeah, this is a team that has really morphed in the last couple of weeks. If you've followed them like I have, we've had, as you mentioned, one of the toughest schedules in the state, and it's really helped them in these last couple games in the playoffs. And they've really started to develop a running game. It was interesting because we're such a young team. The coaches and the players were all getting to know each other kind of on the fly. And unfortunately, we lost our starting tailback. Then we had to go to a freshman tailback, and he got hurt. So we went to a JV freshman tailback, and then we were trying to get some guys back. So it's kind of morphed. But the last 3 or 4 weeks, they found the running game. Ty Bartram, who is a great player, a 2-way player. He's been back there in the power eye. So we have now a little more of a dimension. And as you said, the offensive line, last week they ran the quarterback sneak 10 times, 5 times on 1st and 10. So the offensive line has gotten a lot of push, and Billy's been we feel a lot more comfortable under center, and he's a big kid, so he's able to get a little push. So, the whole team's been playing really well.
Yeah, not only does he get the good push, but that offensive line, as we've said, has pushed Kingsway's defensive line, 3-4 yards down the field. And when you're running a quarterback sneak, especially since he's not only big, but he's tall, if he falls forward, he's going to pick up enough to pick up a first down, or in this game, pick up a touchdown, which he has done.
Right, and that offensive line, led by Josh Toner, who's on the left side, is a great player and has got a lot of Division I offers up there. And then you got Matt Ellis on the left side, left tackle. And then you got Austin Rangrati, who's the center, and you got Ryan Doyle, the right guard, and then you got Aaron Strong, who's on the right tackle. And these guys are young. There's no seniors up front, So they're getting they're getting battle tested during the season too. And as you said, that tough schedule really has prepared them, and they've stayed together as a unit. And Billy says it every week. He's very fortunate because that up front has played so well. And as you know, in the playoffs, that's where games are won up front. And they've really done a nice job in the playoffs, and especially here tonight, you can see it. They're really controlling that line of scrimmage.
There's no doubt about that. I totally agree with you. Playing a tough schedule, well, the record may not reflect how good a team you are, but when you play Lenape's and you play the Williamstown and you play the St. Augustine's, that really does prepare you to go into Central Jersey and play some of the teams up there. I mean, Kingsway, they beat the #1 seed in Central Jersey, I believe Toms River North, in order to get here. So it does prepare you, not just Cherokee, but also Kingsway as well.
And they also played Shawnee, another great team, Millville, who made the playoffs. So I think 6 of their 9 teams all made the playoffs. I think 4 or 5 of them won their first, second round game. So they really, or I guess you could call battle tested. And because they were so young, a couple of the turnovers hurt. Williamstown at 17-7. We're driving. We're going into the score to make it 17-14. We fumble right on the 1-yard line into the end zone. Against Lenape, it's 20-18 with 8 minutes to go. We're driving. We fumble. They get the ball, and the score looks a lot worse. But all 3 of those games, even St. Augustine, we were right there in the fourth quarter. So those type of games really prepared them for the playoffs, and it's really shown here the last 3 ball games, and actually the first half tonight too.
Yeah, Coach Scott said, hey, we've been in every game.
Yeah.
I mean, we have not been blown out anywhere. Of course, the first game, they blew Washington Township out. And when I first saw that score, I said, well, after a down year last year, it looks like they're back, and they have been back.
Yeah, and, a lot of that is because these guys have really worked hard, and you look out there, Jackson McIntyre, give him a lot of credit. He's the only senior on the offense, and he's done a great job in kind of keeping the group together. And then you get a guy like Caden Birdie, who, Caden has done a tremendous job, and him and Billy have really connected. But that started back in February. These guys have been working, since January, they've been working in the offseason, throwing. And Mark Phillips, you saw today, make a couple of great catches and really had them going. And so you got Ty Bartram, who's been in there. So all those guys have contributed, and each game you can see the offense getting better and better and better. And now you saw out here the last couple games, and especially that first half. If somebody said to you at halftime, would you take a 21-6 score? Everybody been like, we will take that against a team like Kingsway, because you got to give them a lot of credit too. They battled and they're battle tested too. So this is a hard fought game, and the fact that it's 21-6, there's a lot of credit to the coaching staff. And as you said, that front 5, and of course the skill guys are making plays too. So Billy is, and also Billy's benefited too all along as he's gotten better each game as well. I told him, before we played last week, I said, Billy, you've thrown for 1,000 yards in the last 4 ball games. I said, but you know what? It's not good enough, because you get to play 4 quarters. Your team has only played 3 quarters all season, and last week was the first game that they actually played 4 quarters, and it showed.
We don't have the official statistics here, but I have a feeling that you've been keeping score. Did your son break the record? Did he have 38 yards passing in the first half?
Honestly, I absolutely have no idea. I don't know at all. I know that they had a couple completions over the middle, and they had, it's probably pretty close. But candidly, the only thing that we want is a W, and if that happens, that happens. That's just a byproduct. And I will tell you this, that has not been talked about for 1 second in our household all week, and the coach and I said the same thing. We're just worried about the W. So if he did, and that's a team thing too. That's the coaching staff. That's the scheme that they put out there. That's the offensive line. That's all the guys making plays. So, yeah, Billy's going to get credit for breaking the passing record, but that's really a team, including the defense. The defense has played tremendous all year.
He was 38 yards away from breaking it, and, of course, John Obeck in 1989 has the record of 1,664 yards, and, of course, Billy very close, if not already having that record. So let's talk a little bit about him. As far as interest from schools, as far as schools that he may have visited, what do you think he's looking at in a school at the next level?
Well, right now, he's just trying to get better each week. I mean, there's interest out there from a lot of schools, and, we play on a team called Next Level Greats. It's their 7-on-7 team, and Marcus Hammond is the head coach. And we are blessed to play against and with some of the best talent on the East Coast. And a lot of his teammates are playing today and tomorrow for sectional championships, and that has really made a well of a difference playing in the offseason. We didn't have that when I was growing up. We went right from football, we went right to basketball, and after basketball, right to baseball. I didn't play football in the offseason and do all this stuff. but that has really helped him grow. And, I give Billy, he's a kid that he's playing with a 3-inch screw in his elbow right now. And he's a kid that just passed his 100th varsity practice. So he not only didn't play varsity last year, he didn't throw a pass or lift a weight for 8 months. So, and he only became healthy about 3 weeks before the season started. So each week he's gotten healthier, he's gotten more confident. And you can see out here today, where you see him running the ball, that didn't happen 5 weeks ago. So, and he's having confidence in all his guys. So it's really a team thing. They're getting better, and he's benefiting from that too.
All right, we're going to get back just a moment to find out what you think the second half is going to bring, how that's going to right here at the game, and we'll do that right after this.
Hello, my name is Mark McKenna from Pat McKenna Realtors, and I am the team leader of the Mark McKenna team here in Marlton, New Jersey. I've been selling real estate for 27 years, and our group is the top producing real estate team in the South Jersey area for the last 4 consecutive years. When you hire the Mark McKenna team, we have 3 full-time salary people within the office. We have a listing coordinator, a transaction coordinator, and a director of client services to make sure that you get the proper care from start to finish. You'll deal with really seasoned agents. I have been in the business for 27 years. Bob Grace has been with me for 24 years, and Jeff Amdes for 14 years. So you're getting a ton of experience when you hire the Mark McKenna team. Some of the benefits hiring our team is experience, technology, and negotiating skills. I always tell all my clients it's very easy to put a deal together, but we earn our commission keeping transactions together and getting to the settlement table. That's when our clients are most satisfied. So if you're looking to buy a property in South Jersey, we welcome you to come in and have a buyer consult with our team. Or if you're interested in seeing what the current value of your house is, we would be glad to come out and have an appointment with you and show our strategies and marketing techniques that makes us the top producing team in South Jersey.
All right, back here at Cherokee, Bill Osborne, our halftime guest. And okay, what do you think? Second half, how do you think that's going to unfold? What do you think both teams might do as far as making adjustments at halftime?
Well, if you're Cherokee, you got to come out here and you got the ball in the first half. Depending on which way you have the wind, pretty much do what you've been doing. Let the offensive line, control the line of scrimmage. Take your shots when you can. And, they're going to need another score or two, so they got to play aggressive but play smart. Do what they're doing, mixing up, throwing, running, let their offensive line kind of control. On defense, make them earn their yards if you're when Kingsway gets the ball, and really play good special teams too. If you're Kingsway, you got to come out and, hopefully you get some good field position and try and run the ball and try and mix it up. They're going to have to take some chances too. They're not a passing team. So when you get the win, they're going to have to take advantage of that win. So I think the second half is going to come down to who makes adjustments here at halftime and turnovers. I think that's going to be the key.
Of course, Kingsway probably thinks that they're going to have to get Odom out in space. I mean, he's just an outstanding back.
Yep.
But he just hasn't had the opportunity to really break free, and we'll see if that happens in the second half.
Well, you see the defense of Cherokee, they've done a tremendous job, and they really have swarmed to the football. They bottled him up. As you can see, they have a really good scheme right now to keep him in. And a lot of his yards have become cutbacks. He's able to bounce it back. So they got to do a good job on the cutback lanes, but on the front side, really set the edge. Don't let him get outside. Same with the quarterback. Do not let the quarterback roll out. Really set the edge, make him turn it back in, and then watch the cutback because he's a dynamic back. They also like to get him out in space, throwing the football. So if you're Cherokee, you want to make them go the long field. No big plays, make them earn it, want the clock go down, but also don't get too complacent with it. They're going to need another score or two before they can maybe, rest a little bit. But, I don't think Kingsway is done yet. They're going to give them their best shot, that's for sure. And Kingsway, make no mistake about it, they're battle-tested too, and they got a good guy, so they're going to take some chances too.
Well, Bill, I really want to thank you for stopping by at halftime.
Pleasure.
Really enjoyed talking to you, and we'll see how the second half plays out.
And I think special teams are going to be key because field position is going to be I think, a really important factor in the second half. And your partner knows all about field position and all about running the football. So I'm sure he'll be teeing that up for all the listeners out there. So thank you.
Yeah, he was pretty good.
I would say he's a pretty good back himself. That's for darn sure.
Absolutely, All-State, and he won a Group 3 championship back in was it 87? 1987, so he knows all about it. But thanks again. Appreciate you stopping by.
My pleasure.
All right, at Orbit Energy and Power, they strive to be the best. After all, you deserve the best. That's why they offer a variety of high-quality services to keep your home running smoothly. Whether you need to cut your electric bill with solar energy, clean your water, replace your roof, or fix your heating and cooling system, they are there for you. With expert technicians, helpful staff, and 24/7 emergency services, Orbit Energy and Power is your whole home solutions provider. Visit them at orbitenergy.us. So right now we are at halftime awaiting the arrival of both teams, and you can see across the way, or you can't see, but across the way I should say, there is a packed house from Kingsway traveling on the road, and of course full house on this side as well. This is an outstanding place to view a football game, and as we said earlier, it's like a little mini bowl that you might see in the college game. We're going to step aside for just a moment, and then we'll be back with more from Cherokee.
Looking for a certified pre-owned vehicle? Miller Ford has a great selection to complement any lifestyle or budget. Plus, not just any car can be certified pre-owned Ford. Only the best cared for vehicles are chosen and then backed with Ford factory coverage, a 7-year, 100,000-mile warranty, special financing, a clean Carfax report, and 24-hour roadside assistance. Find an affordable, reliable, and certified Miller Ford today. Miller makes it better. Route 38 Mount Holly and 24/7 at millerford.com.
Back here at Cherokee, 21-6, the Chiefs on top. In a game that saw them take a 21-0 lead, and then Kingsway came back to score a late touchdown, but missed the extra point. Are you looking for high-quality products at the best prices in town this holiday season? Rastelli Market Fresh has you and your family covered. Shop from a wide selection of fresh meat, seafood, and produce to wine and spirits, cheese and charcuterie, and your favorite grocery brands. Can't make it to the store for a full shop? No problem. Rastelli Market Fresh offers home delivery and curbside pickup. Let them do the work for the holiday season. For more information, visit and shop RastelliMarket.com. At Fast Signs, they are planners, designers, and innovators, and they like to tackle the big projects. At Fast Signs, you'll discover their highly skilled team of marketing and graphics experts. They're more than ready to handle your large project. Fast Signs offering consulting services to help manage your project. Call them today, 800-600-1412. They have the expertise, vision, and insight needed to create, manage, and implement your solution. For custom logo design, promotional products, vehicle wrapped signs, and banners, contact Fast Signs of Maple Shade at 800-600-1412. 1-4, 1-2. Well, both teams back on the field, Sam. What do you expect in the second half from both these teams?
Well, I'll tell you what Kingsway needs to do is what they started to do towards the end of the game. Defensively, they have to bring some pressure. I mean, I know going zero coverage isn't the most secure way to win a game, but you have to take some chances until you can bring the score closer to each other. Cherokee needs to continue doing the same thing. They need to give Kingsway the same look and come with some plays that off of that initial play. So when they empty their back or have that ghost set, they need more than just a screen. They need to have maybe a jet sweep off of that or something that counters that. But offensively, Kingsway needs to open the field up and send it downfield. I don't know that they had a pass over 20 yards that I can remember. They need to stretch the field a little bit and give their athletes some space.
Yeah, there's no question about it. They want to get it into the hands of Collins, the wide receiver, who has great speed and is very elusive. And, of course, Odom, the running back, they really want to get him going in this second half. He's an outstanding running back, but Cherokee has just done a fantastic job of keeping him in check in the first half of play. Really hasn't had a lot of space to run the football. As far as Kingsway is concerned, they have to kind of buckle it up and play more physical as well, because that offensive line is just controlling the line of scrimmage, and that's got to be discouraging if you're a defensive player, just to get pushed around like that. I mean, it's one thing to get out schemed, but when you get out physical, that's tough.
Yeah, you're not going to get bigger and stronger at the half. So what you do is you add another body in there, okay? And you pressure them from all different angles. You maybe slide the line, you slant the line, you maybe have a little inside twist, outside change, something. You just have to bring it and hope they don't find the empty zone. You cannot let that young man sit back there and pass the ball. He'll have 200 yards before the day's over.
We are at halftime, 21-6, Cherokee on top. And the power of red is back. Really it is. At Republic Bank Oak Mortgage, they offer their customers big bank benefits with a small town feel. Republic is one of the largest Philadelphia-based banks, yet they make decisions locally, and they make them quickly. Love your bank again. Tonight's broadcast is made possible in part by Republic Bank Oak Mortgage, member FDIC, equal housing lender, NMLS number 783460. So interesting, here in this third quarter, it'll be Kingsway kicking it away, but they will have the wind at their back in the third quarter.
Right, so Cherokee gets the ball in the second half and the win in the fourth quarter. I get the idea that you want to win right away to catch the game up. We'll see how that works out.
Sylvester Van Morter will kick it away for Kingsway. Coming at 6-4, Cherokee 5 up and 5 down.
Yeah, the 5 up say a lot more about the team than the 5 down do. I'll tell you that.
Van Morter to kick it away as we're just about set for the start of half number 2. Kick taken by Cherokee. Left side, now cutting it to the right across the 25-yard line to the 27-yard line is Jackson McIntyre.
Yeah, they just gave a little fake reverse on that, maybe looking for something in the future, see how they react to it.
So Cherokee with the football, they place it down at the 29-yard line. First series is important, I would think, for both teams, but especially for Kingsway.
I mean, if he doesn't have time to throw it deep, then you take the pressure off, you know. So, again, get back to what you're doing late in the first half and send them. It looks like they're still in the cover 2. No, they're rolling to cover 3. Now they're rolling to 0.
Quarterback sneak again, and there you go. The offensive line again just powering the defensive line of Kingsway back off the ball. And as Bill Osborne Sr. said, they ran 10 quarterback sneaks last week. 10.
Oh, my goodness.
So obviously, Kingsway must have seen this on tape.
Right, and I guess they didn't think it was not going to happen to them.
Pickup of 6 yards on first down and a quarterback sneak.
You got to attack the lower half of the offensive line to stop the drive. I mean, shoulder to shoulder, head to head, chest to head, it's not going to work. You submarine them and you make a pile. There's nowhere they can go.
Osborne with a give left side for the first down across the 40 to the 42-yard line. That was Bartram on the carry.
Takes it up to the Cherokee 43-yard line. Plays the result of the first down.
So they involved multiple people in the running game. Bartram kind of coming off the wing.
Right. So that was the look we talked about with the jet sweep. They're successful when they can outflank the defense, but like we said earlier, I mean, Kingsway does a good job of filling and forcing all these running plays. So they can defend everything, oddly enough, except for the quarterback sneak.
Back to pass as Osborne fires to the left sideline, and this one is incomplete. That was intended for Phillips at the 49-yard line of Kingsway.
That's a nice, quick, short pass. I mean, you take what they give you. I mean, it should be about a 45-yard gain, but based on the pass and the reception, he had to fall down for about no gain.
Every year I got that. I did.
Second down and 10. From the 43-yard line. Osborne off play action. Osborne is grabbed but able to escape. Throws it to the right side, incomplete.
Now you see what pressure does? He turns his back to the sprint side. The defender should rush for the downfield shoulder. They should be able to wrap him up in the backfield.
Intended for Bartram. So that'll bring up a third down now. And 10.
So what do? You send pressure, but you need to spy the quarterback or spy the middle screen. That's all you have to do. You send everybody, you zero coverage in the back, you spy for the screen, and you make a play.
Trips to the left side.
There's the flare.
Here's a rush onto the quarterback, Osborne. It's complete to Johnson, but Johnson has nowhere to run.
Gain about 3 on the play, going to bring up 4th and 7 for the Chiefs.
Excellent. Excellent defense.
Christian Aiken makes the stop. So now punt formation, and as we said, first series, very important, probably more to Kingsway than to Cherokee, and they do the job.
They did a great job.
Kick gotten away, it hits the ground, it's picked up by Odom, looking to circle the left side. He's hemmed in and he's going to be knocked down. 25-yard line. Good coverage by Cherokee. Sirianni with a kick. Odom with a return. Over the years, Third Base Sports and Trophies has grown into one of the leading companies on the East Coast in providing all your trophy and apparel needs. Located at 1960 Oak Cuthbert Road in Cherry Hill, they provide one-stop shopping to their customers with outstanding quality, service, and affordability. Open Monday through Friday, 9 till 5, Saturdays from 9 till noon. Phone 856-665-0114. Remember to stop at third base on your way home. Here's the give to Odom. Left side, Odom cuts it up to the 31-yard line.
About a 6-yard gain. Second down and 4 for the Dragons.
You get a couple more of those, Tony, and you can come with a toss pass, toss reverse. I mean, that's an effective play. It's not just 6 yards. His Cherokee has everything they have to stop him for 6. You can use that against them. Toss, reverse, whatever.
Second down and 4 from the 31-yard line. 21-6. The Chiefs on top. Mayer sprinting out to his left. Now he's going to throw on the run, and this one is incomplete. Intending on the run for his brother, Steve Mayers, but that one just short, but he was open.
Good idea. Good idea. Now the quarterback, knowing he's right-handed, can get a little more depth so he can get his shoulders around and deliver the ball, but that's just a technical error. Good call, good idea. They're coming out in the second half with a good design.
Third down and 4. So a key play for Kingsway here early in the third quarter of play, 21-6, but they were able to stop Cherokee on their opening drive and have an opportunity to continue their own drive with Odom splitting far out to the right side. Mayer the snap. Mayer the give up the middle. Driving across the 35 to the 36-yard line. And it is a first down, so crossing them up a little bit on a 3rd and 4 with the give right up the gut.
That's right, and it was to the weak side of the front. We talked about that. You set your strength away from where you want to go and come back. They only have one guy there for you.
At the 36, the first down. Slot formation to the left side. Odom looking to circle the left end. Being hemmed in. Cuts it upfield and doesn't get back to the line of scrimmage. The tough play there to turn it upfield. They had it strung out and he didn't have really anywhere to go.
He had a yard and a half to gain, and sometimes you have to take a yard and a half. You know, and that's all he was going to get. And you don't have to take it to the sideline. You cut it up, you get tackled, you go back to the huddle, go next play. And that's something, you know, he'll learn as he gets older. Every running play is not there. Defense did a great job.
Second down and 10. Mayer with backs to either side and one behind. Looking to give it off again to Odom, and Odom just able to pick up maybe a yard, but that was all Odom because he was trapped.
That's a shame. If they get to another second down situation, they got to know Cherokee's bringing it, and you got to screen behind them. They're really penetrating. You either go on 2 to slow them down, or you run something behind them because they're really coming after them right now. Use them as decoy.
Nate Mayer splits out to the right side, slot formation to the right. 3rd and 9.
There's the screen.
Incomplete, deflected at the line of scrimmage. It looks, Sam, like they had that set up very nicely with the blockers ready, but the pass was incomplete.
He rushed that screen a little bit like he rushed the jump pass right before they scored, you know. It doesn't always have to go over the defense. You can adjust and go around them, throw it to the right or left of them. Just a little bit of patience will go a long way.
Steve Mayers will be kicking it away. McIntyre back to receive it at his 37. Good kick. That wind has really taken that punt. Inside the 20. He's going to pick it up, and he's going to be hit and dropped at the 16-yard line.
Tell you what, that wind is the biggest factor in this game right now, by far.
Auburn Energy scoreboard. Lenape now leading Williamstown 10-7. Cherokee here, of course, 21-6. Shawnee knocking off Ocean City 14-0. Hamilton 28-6 over Jackson. West Deptford leading Hillside 7-0. Willingboro 20, Salem 8. St. Peter's and St. Augustine. Here's a bit of a surprise. Tied at 14. Big. And Holy Spirit 43. Hudson Catholic 24 in the 3rd quarter. Auburn Energy scoreboard. Right here, football in possession of Cherokee, and the give to Johnson. Johnson finds room off left guard to the 19-yard line.
If I'm a Kingsway's defensive coach, I say, hey, he's carrying the ball in his right hand. He hasn't switched it. They need to go for that ball every play.
So junior Patrick Cheek Smith has set the Holy Spirit record for touchdowns in a game with his 7th. 6 rushes and 1 return. That is impressive.
That's a busy evening. Holy smokes.
2nd and 7. Again, Johnson able to slip a tackle at the line of scrimmage to the 24-yard line. Going to be short of the first down by a yard or 2.
Okay, so Cherokee, what do you want to do? I want to do quarterback sneak or draw Kingsway offsides. Sometimes take the easy route and let's do the quarterback sneak.
Well, if you're getting 7-8 yards on the quarterback sneak, 1.5, piece of cake.
Sometimes football math doesn't work that way, right? Just
this
like
time
that.
A little more difficult.
And he didn't get it.
He did not get it.
Football math works differently.
So I guess when you go to the well once too often, they figure it out.
Right. That's why I said the option B was draw them off sides.
So Cherokee, Coach Brian Glatz has the decision, and they're going to punt the football.
Now, yeah, you have to with the wind.
Sirianni to kick it.
Kingsway needs to go for the block here.
Odom back, standing at his 45.
Watch for the shutdown. Okay.
Here's the kick. High, very high, bounces down at the 45-yard line, gets a good Cherokee roll inside the 40, and it's going to be down right at the 35-yard line. So that one was high up in the air. The wind didn't really knock that one down too much.
No, it was going, but you know, I don't know. If it was with the wind, that could have been a 65-yard.
No question about it. 21-6, Cherokee on top. Chickies and Pete's, your favorite local sports bar and crab house, game day and every day of the week. Saturdays, enjoy tasty Chickie roast pork or roast beef sandwich and an ice-cold Coors Light draft beer for only $6.99 while you enjoy college football. Sundays, Eagles game. Watch parties with your game day favorites. Go where the players go and see Eagles players every Monday night. Chickie and Pete's, a proud partner of the Philadelphia Eagles. Visit chickieandpete's.com for locations. Football in possession of Kingsway, and the give to Odom, looking to circle the left end. Being hemmed in, maybe gets a yard before he's pushed out of bounds. So they have done a great job in this game of containing Odom, the running back.
We sure had. They keyed on him everywhere he's going to go. I mean, at this point, you want to use him off a toss reverse, or you know, use the fact that they're keying on him to their advantage.
Give him a yard advance.
Even a toss pass to the right. Throw back to the quarterback up the sideline.
Odom now sets up as a receiver to the right side. Mayers fires over the middle. This one is incomplete off the fingertips of Collins. They completed that earlier in the game, but he just couldn't hang on.
Yeah, you got it. I mean, that's a good call. It's actually an excellent route. It's a we used to call it China route. It looked like you're running a flat, plant your foot, come back inside. Couldn't pull it in.
So now they face a 3rd down and 9 from their own 36-yard line, trailing at 21-6. 5:05 left in the 3rd under center. Mayers takes the snap. Off play action, being rushed, sprints out to his left. Throws on the run, and this one is nearly intercepted.
Pass from Ben Mayers falls incomplete. Going to bring up down 4th down and 9 for the Dragons.
Bartram nearly picked that one off. Dangerous pass there as rolling to his left and really was unable to set.
Which is why I like to sprint out, because it makes the quarterback go to one side or the other, and you don't have to deal with that situation.
Number 19, Caden Birdie. Number 8, Jackson McIntyre.
Birdie and McIntyre back to receive it. Bounces down at the 35-yard line, taken by McIntyre. Slips one tackle, but not the second. He's going to be dumped at the 31-yard line. At Auburn Energy and Power, they strive to be the best. After all, you deserve the best. That's why they offer a variety of high-quality services to keep your home running smoothly. Whether you need to cut your electric bill with solar energy, clean your water, replace your roof, or fix your heating and cooling system, they are there for you. With expert technicians, helpful staff, and 24/7 emergency services, Auburn Energy and Power is your whole home solutions provider. Visit them at auburnenergy.us. Cherokee now with the football. Been no scoring here in the second half. Cherokee still leads at 21-6. And again, the go-to play. Quarterback sneak for a yard. But obviously, it appears that they have figured something out on defense.
And without being down there, I can tell you it has something to do with taking the legs out of the offensive line. They can't drive, they can't move. You can't move, you have no quarterback sneak.
Pickup of just a yard from the 32, 2nd and 9 for the Chiefs. Osborne to Johnson, left side. Johnson able to stutter step and dip and dodge, and he continues to drive forward across the 40-yard line to the 41-yard line. And it's a first down.
Yeah, there's just a size and strength difference between the two teams right now. Because Kingsway is not doing anything wrong. They're hitting the play early. They're just getting pushed back.
Johnson is not the biggest of backs, but he's just able to find the hole and has been able to find a way getting through those holes, and we have a shaken up player for Kingsway. 21-6, Cherokee on top. At Rastelli Market Fresh, they are driven by a passion for great food. Food you can feel good about eating, good about buying, and good about serving to your family. At their family market, Rastelli's #1 priority is high quality and fresh products, as well as your favorite brands at prices you'll love. Check out all of their fresh offerings, from meat, seafood, produce, and delicatessen, to wine and spirits, bakery, prepared foods, and more. At Rastelli Market Fresh in Marlton and Deptford, they hope you'll enjoy their products and offerings as much as they enjoy bringing them to you. 21-6 here at Cherokee with 3:58 left in this third quarter of play. Orbit Energy playoff scoreboard: Holy Spirit 50, Hudson Catholic 24. That's a final. Lenape continues to lead Williamstown in the fourth, 10-7. Shawnee 28, Ocean City nothing. Hamilton 28, Jackson 6. West Deptford blanking Hillside 10-0. Willingboro 20, Salem 8, and St. Peter's up now on St. Augustine 21-14.
Not even kidding. We're on a hillbilly class. My first job was at Whippany Park.
So 21-6.
Up in Morris County.
Cherokee on top. First down for the Chiefs at their own 40-yard line. Little delay here before we get this play underway. We are now ready. Under center is Osborne. Takes the snap. Johnson finds a big hole up the middle. Keeps his balance inside the 45-yard line, and is going to be dumped at the 40-yard line. He got through that hole mighty quick, Sam.
He sure did. He was leaning forward, head down, ball tucked. Took on the first tackle, broke it, and kept going.
Timeout for another player that was shaken up, this time Cherokee player. They're out to attend to him, and 21-6, the Chiefs lead it. At Fast Signs, they are planners, designers, and innovators, and they like to tackle the big projects. At Fast Signs, you'll discover their highly skilled team of marketing and graphics experts are more and ready to handle your large projects. Fast Signs offers consulting services to help manage your project. Call them today, 800-600-1412. They have the experience, vision, and insight you need to create, manage, and implement your solution. For custom logo design, promotion products, vehicle wraps, signs, and banners, contact Fast Signs of Maple Shade, 800-600-1412. That was Johnson, the injured player, but he was able to come off under his own power, seemed to be fine. So first down, the ball right at the 40-yard line of Kingsway. Give off the left side.
Inside handoff to number 4, Ty Bartram.
2 or 3, Bartram on the carry.
Looks to gain about 2 on the play.
Yeah, so the number one thing Kingsway needed to stop, the run. We're still in the same position they were in the first half.
Seem to have found a way to stop that quarterback sneak, but not the other running game.
I mean, I'm sure they could do it by selling out, but then they risk, an easy touchdown. But at this point,
2nd and 8. The give straight up the middle, powering inside the 35 to the 33-yard line.
Looks the game, about 5 yards on the play.
Yeah, so they sent 2 outside blitzers there, and the ends or the tackles pinched down, so there was a little natural gap. So if you're going to send outside blitzers, you want to right off the hip of your last defensive lineman. You don't want to create a natural seam there. If the running back has to redirect, you win. If you can stay on track, you lose.
Approaching 2 minutes left in the third. That was Hazen on the carry. Slot formation to the left side. Kingsway nearly jumps off sides. Seems like Cherokee in no hurry here. And now they call a timeout. So with 2 minutes exactly left in the third quarter, Cherokee up 21-6. We'll step aside for this message.
This is Ron Jaworski. I want to invite everyone to rediscover the excellence and diversity of my 6 championship golf courses. You know what first attracted me to the game of golf? It's the precision it requires at every level. At Ron Jaworski Golf, everything we do centers around you. It's the small touches that make golf so special. That's what drew me in years ago and forever shapes the way I feel about the game. Come enjoy our amazing signature golf courses or go to ronjaworskigolf.com.
Back here at Cherokee, 2 minutes left in the third quarter, 21-6. The Chiefs still on top. They face a 3rd and 3 from the 33 of Kingsway, and most likely this is 4-down territory with that 21-6 lead. Double slot formation. McIntyre looking for the play action. Now the pass, but he doesn't see it. Takes it for the sticks. And it appears he has the first down.
Cherokee's more creative than Kingsway right now, and it should almost should be the other way around. Cherokee should be conservative.
Yeah, you could see McIntyre was looking to throw that football,
right,
but just didn't see anyone downfield, didn't want to risk it, and took it himself, turned the corner, and headed for the sticks and picked up the first down.
Sometimes the best play in football is to not make the mistake.
Especially since they are in Kingsway territory and have an opportunity for another score with a double slot formation. First down at the 30-yard line. Osborne with the give to Johnson up the middle for a yard, maybe 2, but played well defensively there by Kingsway.
You know, I know he's a smaller on the smaller side for a back, but he does run with reckless abandon. I mean, he gets the ball and he's just full speed and go. If he had size, maybe the size of Kingsway's back, who knows what would happen.
Well, he's only a sophomore. Maybe he could have a growth spurt.
They do that sometimes. They do that sometimes.
Pickup of a yard, little over a yard from the 29. Johnson again has room, cuts to his right. He's to the 25-yard line, continues driving inside the 25 to the 24-yard line. He makes multiple moves in the hole, which gives him the ability to pick up extra yardage.
What's not going to grow is his heart, because his heart is already full size. So if his body can catch up, you can keep doing this on the next level.
3rd and 4. Just inside the 25-yard line at the 24-yard line. So Cherokee in great position to pick up another score. And, of course, in the next 30 seconds, they're going to flip sides of the field, so they are going to have the wind at their back. The give off the left side, powering to the 20-yard line. Bartram on the carry.
It's been a while. I think the penalties have all gone against the team that's been against the wind.
Marker is down. They're going to mark it off against Cherokee. Ball moved back to the near hash mark. outside the 35 to the 36-yard line. Clock put back in motion. Now 13 seconds remaining in this third quarter of play. And they have no interest in running another play. So that's the end of the third quarter. The score remains Cherokee up 21-6. We'll be back for the fourth quarter right after this.
Looking for a certified pre-owned vehicle? Miller Ford has a great selection to complement any lifestyle or budget. Plus, not just any car can be certified pre-owned Ford. Only the best cared for vehicles are chosen and then backed with Ford factory coverage, a 7-year, 100,000-mile warranty, special financing, a clean Carfax report, and 24-hour roadside assistance. Find an affordable, reliable, and certified Miller Ford today. Miller makes it better. Route 38 Mount Holly and 24/7 at millerford.com.
The power of red is back at Republic Bank Oak Mortgage. They offer their customers big bank benefits with a small town feel. Republic is one of the largest Philadelphia-based banks, yet they make decisions locally and they make them quickly as well. Love your bank again. Tonight's broadcast made possible in part by Republic Bank Oak Mortgage, member FDIC, equal housing lender, NMLS 783460. Here's Osborne. Osborne looking, being rushed, now fires to the right sideline, incomplete. Intended for Bertie. We haven't really mentioned his name much in this game. He's their leading receiver.
Yeah, they've done a good job in coverage. They just have to stop the scramble. They need to go back to the pressure right now. I know it's a trap down for screen or draw, but you got to take the bait.
Well, they have the wind at their back. It's fourth down. And then they appear, Sam, to be punting the football. But in this situation, you've got to really be alert.
I'm not buying it. I mean, they'll probably punt it, but I'm not buying it as a coach.
Angling for the right sideline. Good kick inside the 10 is going to be down right at the 6-yard line.
You can make money if you can do that for each time for a living.
So Kingsway with the football. They're trailing at 21-6. Chicky and Pete's, your favorite local sports bar and crab house on holidays and every day of the week. Book your holiday parties right now. So many options. Get holiday gifts that always fit and always get returned. Chicky and Pete's gift cards scheduled at Chicky and Pete's Crab Fries Express Food Truck to cater your party or corporate event. Chicky and Pete's to-go catering, that is, always the hit of the party. Chicky and Pete's, the proud partner of the Philadelphia Eagles. Visit chickyandpete's.com for locations and details. Mayers, the give to Odom. Odom cuts it up, breaks a tackle, breaks another to the 15-yard line, so an outstanding run there by Odom. Bartram with a tackle that prevented a big gain. We're going to get back to some scores for you in just a moment. Second down and a couple. Ball at the 15-yard line. Mayer looking to throw, and he's going to be dumped in the backfield for a big loss. Some other scores. Holy Spirit knocked off Hudson Catholic 50-24. Lenape in the fourth quarter on top of Williamstown 10-7. Shawnee, a final, beat Ocean City 28-0. Hamilton in the fourth on top of Jackson 28-12. West Deptford 10, Hillside 7 in the fourth. Willingboro 26, Salem 8, and St. Peter's and St. Augustine all tied up. Williamstown just missed a field goal with 5 minutes to go that would have tied that score against Lenape. Mayers with a snap. Mayers sets, fires deep down the center of the field, and he's incomplete.
Pass ball is incomplete. To bring up fourth down and 7 for the Dragons.
If they ever needed to play, that was it.
intended for Collins, but just couldn't hook up with Collins, the speedy receiver.
This is a nicely delivered ball. A little underthrown, but that's because he had to wait for so long. Those are the plays they need. That's what we were looking for now 3 quarters. You kind of took to the 4th quarter for them to deliver it.
That was the Orbit Energy scoreboard, by the way. The kick, not good for Kingsway. The ball's going to be down at the 30-yard line, their own 30-yard line. So talk about great field position for Cherokee.
I mean, that reception, even if he gets tackled right there and they have the ball around the 50, is total difference. I mean, this could be not that the game is close now, but this definitely could put the nail in the coffin right here.
Not only do you not complete the long pass where you had a receiver open, but then you punt the football and don't know exactly how far it traveled, but not very far, and they are having the football now at the 30-yard line of Kingsway. So they only need 30 yards for a score here. Play action, throwing over the middle, completing to the 20-yard line for another first down. McIntyre, who's been busy in this game with pretty much the same play, that slant over the middle.
It's the ISO pass or quick pop pass. I mean, they've done that for years, and they perfected it, and it's tough to stop.
So we're going to have the football inside the 20 at the 19-yard line, leading at 21-6. And again, a shaken-up player for Cherokee. That's Tyler Bartram. They're going to come out to attend to him. Timeout on the field. 21-6. Cherokee on top. At Orbit Energy and Power, they strive to be the best. After all, you deserve the best. That's why they offer a variety of high-quality services to keep your home running smoothly. Whether you need to cut your electric bill with solar energy, clean your water, replace your roof, or fix your heating and cooling system, they are there for you. With expert technicians, helpful staff, and 24/7 emergency services, Orbit Energy and Power is your whole home solutions provider. Visit them at orbitenergy.us. 21-6. Cherokee on top. And in great shape to score again here with the ball at the 19. Johnson gets the call. Dipping and dodging, picks up 2 or 3 off left guard. Give him a couple yard advance. Dragons really have to snip in here to have any chance at all getting back in this ball game. Under 9 minutes now left. Slot formation to the left side. Again, Johnson with a call up the middle. Cuts to his left, has a first down, continues driving along the left sideline, and he's going to be knocked down inside the 5 at the 3-yard line, and he's had a heck of a game, Sam.
Yeah, I mean, a heck of a game in general, even on that last play. I would give him an A- because he ran out of bounds rather than stay in bounds. But, so it's definitely an A, but you want an A+, he would have stayed in bounds.
Only a sophomore.
All right, A+. That's a curve for the sophomore.
Yes. He'll learn those things.
Yeah.
But then again, there are players who are seniors and players who are in the NFL to do the same thing, right?
Tell me about it.
Quarterback sneak again by Osborne. He stood up, but he's 6'3", 6'4", falls forward to the 1-yard line.
It'll be second goal for the 1 for the Chiefs.
Cherokee looks like they're going to win this football game, and an opportunity to put 6 or 7 more on the board.
Yep. I don't know. I think the talk is maybe just to run the clock, because if they do anything other than a quarterback sneak.
Why would you, right?
I can't even think of a reason to.
At the 1 yard line, Osborne off the right side, and he's in for the touchdown.
So there's the adjustments we talked about. Again, the quarterback sneak isn't always just a straight ahead push. You find the gap, you find the slant, you find your best lineman. They'll come to the side and they'll tell you, hey coach, I can push so-and-so around. You know, use all that to your advantage and make it work.
Second quarterback sneak for a touchdown by Osborne. Sirianni will attempt. High snap, placed down and booted, and it is good.
And the kick is good.
Sirianni connects to make it 28-6. Cherokee having a great game and 21-0 in the first half, and now lead at 28-6. Let Rastelli Market Fresh do the work this holiday season with the help of their full-service catering team. Rastelli Catering Specialists will guide you from start to finish planning the perfect holiday party or dinner. Entertaining is made simple this year with a wide variety of items to choose from, including holiday dinner packages, appetizers, savory dishes, desserts, wines, and pairings. Rastelli's expert chefs are sure to make you a meal to remember this holiday season. For more information, call 856-334-8074. So Rastelli to kick it away. Back to receive it is Odom. Of course, with the wind at his back, he could drive it through the end zone.
Yeah, it would be nice to pooch it up high. There you go, and run underneath it.
Backpedaling is Odom, takes it at the 10 to the 15. Check that. That's Collins, pardon me, Elias Collins. A flag is down as he crosses the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Of course. Look what side it was. Look what direction they're going. Flag side.
Likelihood is this one's going to be against the team that just returned that kick. Kingsway. Legal block against Kingsway, 10-yard walk-off. This is going to make it more difficult, although at this point in time in the fourth quarter with 7 minutes and 39 seconds remaining, it would take kind of a miracle for them to win this football game, but right. Stranger things have happened.
Absolutely.
Ball moved back to the 10-yard line. So Kingsway is going to have to do some things that will allow them to score quickly that they have not been able to do in this entire ball game.
Now,
Odom peels to the right side.
There's a good sprint out.
Throws on the run to the 22-yard line, and this one is caught.
It just perplexes me why teams wait until it's almost too late to do what they should have done the entire game.
Completes it to his brother, the tight end, Steve Mayer. Quick throw to the right sideline. That one is incomplete and can't intended for Mayers, the tight end. Second down and 10 for
We're at Seneca, right?
Kingsway. Got behind early, 21-0, and has been an uphill struggle ever since. Slot formation to the left side. From the 23, Mayers with a snap. Good protection. Now breaking down out to a right, looks to flip it ahead, but see what they rule here. Was he sacked or did they get the pass away?
Looks like a sack, right? I don't know. I'm just saying.
That's going to be another sack for the Chiefs.
It was.
Third down and 15.
They can come back to a sprint out, or maybe reverse off a sprint out. You know, something. Give it to your best player downfield. Have him run the option route again. You know, get one-on-one with the linebacker, break in or out. Max protect, throw it to him, let him make a play.
Third down and 15 from the 18-yard line. Mayers. Quick pitch to the left side for Odom, and a great play.
Immediately tackled.
Yeah, I don't know, Tony, I don't know what that pattern was. I don't know if it's supposed to be a flat or a flare. He just kind of stopped right at the end of the line of scrimmage and hooked up, so.
Going to bring up fourth down for the Dragons.
William Westerby, I believe, made that tackle. Great open field tackle, and now the punt. High, but again, that wind gets it. It's going to be down to the 32-yard line. Let's see what the officials say. It hit Cherokee and recovered by
The ball hit off the Cherokee player and
Kingsway, and they're going to have the football.
Will be Kingsway ball up there on the 33-yard line.
There's just strange things happening. It seemed like it did.
Officials now going to get together to discuss this one, but they did rule that it was Kingsway football.
Call's made now. You got to stick with it. I thought he hit Cherokee.
I did too, 44, I thought.
So they will have the football at their own 32-yard line. So big break there, although they still trail at 28-6. Mayers the snap. Mayers sets, fires to the right side. This one's complete. Across the 40 to the 42-yard line. Mayers with the receptions. That's Nate Mayers. Just a freshman.
Roughing the passer on.
It's a nice delivery of the ball. I mean, now we finally get to see it. I mean, it would have been nice to see it all game long, you know?
And they're going to add 15 yards on top of that for roughing the passer.
Ball. Good. Was that the second, like, unsportsmanlike against Cherokee today? There was something else earlier.
Yes. Ball placed down at the 42-yard line of Cherokee. 5:20 left in the ball game.
Send it out here, one-on-one, put it up, see what happens.
Slot to the right.
1, 2, 3, throw. Oh.
Mayers being rushed now, has to throw it on the run and out of bounds.
Maybe an offensive lineman was downfield or something, I'm not sure.
Looks like it's ineligible downfield.
Yep.
So that will
Ineligible downfield.
move the football back. That is the call. Ineligible player downfield. That'll place it down at the 47-yard line.
First and 15 from the Dragons from the 48.
First and 15 now for Kingsway.
No, mine's not. Drive safe.
Steve Mayer splits out to the right side, slot to both sides for the Dragons. Mayers steps up, throws to the right sideline, and is complete to Mayers.
Number 11, Steve Mayers.
Orbit Energy scoreboard.
Going to bring up second down and 7 for the Dragons.
Williamstown now leads Lenape 14-10 of the fourth quarter. Hillside 14, West Deptford 10. Willingboro in the fourth quarter 34-8. Get back to some more scores on the Orbit Energy scoreboard in just a moment. Mayers firing to the right side. This one incomplete, intended for Steve Mayers again. St. Augustine in the fourth quarter leading St. Peter's 28-21. Big surprise there on the Orbit Energy scoreboard. Talked all along about how St. Augustine has never really beaten one of those powerhouses in the north. This could be their opportunity, and that they're going to be pretty much the same team next year.
I tell you what, they look the part. When they come out, when they come out of the locker room, come off the bus, they look the part.
Third down and 7 for Kingsway.
Yeah, They don't have to get the entire 7. They can just get part of it.
Throwing to the right sideline and completing it for the first down. That again was Nate Mayers making the reception. So it's been the Mayers to Mayers show here of late, isn't it?
Yeah, it would have been nice to see it all game.
Well, I guess when you have a running back like Odom, you say to yourself, we're going to run the football. But then again, sometimes you have to throw it to open up the running game.
And the running back will appreciate that later in the game, too, when the defense is a little winded.
At the 30-yard line, Kingsway, Mayers. The give now to Odom. Powers off. Check that. That was Schneider, pardon me.
Zach Schneider.
Picked up 3.
2 yards on the play. 2nd down and 8 for the Kingsway.
Trips to the left side.
All right, this is a good screen or sprint out formation here. Cut half the field off.
Mayers being rushed, rolls to his right, throws on the run, but just throws it out of bounds. Closest man to it was Steve Mayers. Incomplete. With the incompletion, the clock stops. 4:28 left in the ball game. It's going to bring up a 3rd and 8.
We just get paid $700 for being up here. Now 6:30 is our report.
Nate Mayers splits out to the right side, wing left formation. Odom in the backfield along with Mayers. Throwing over the middle. This one is complete to Collins. He has the first down and more. Knocked down at the 11-yard line.
Looks like their passing game is really a timing-based passing game, and looks good.
Collins, their most athletic, speedy receiver, makes the catch. Mayers again throws to the right sideline. This one may have been deflected at the line of scrimmage, intended for Steve Mayers.
2nd down and 10 for the Dragons.
It would be nice to see a same set, take 2 steps back, and then take a quarterback draw right here. That way you have to limit the possibility of a mistake. Come back maybe with a motion, make it look like something different, and let's take off.
2nd down and 10, the ball at the 11-yard line, so they can pick up a first down before scoring a touchdown. Odom and Collins both to the right side.
You flare it back out to the right and take it right back up the middle.
Mayers being rushed, throws over the middle. This one incomplete in the end zone. Played well defensively.
And that's a good no call, which I thought we were going to see early in the game, but
Kingsway players shaken up. That is Nate Mayers. He's back on his feet. He's just a freshman.
Official timeout on the field.
Helping him off the field. At Fast Signs, they are planners, designers, and innovators, and they like to tackle the big projects. Fast Signs, you'll discover their highly skilled team of marketing and graphic experts are more than ready to handle your large project. Fast Signs offering consulting services and help manage your project. Call them today at 800-600-1412. They have the experience, vision, and insight needed to create, manage, and implement the solution. For custom logo design, promotional products, vehicle wraps, signs, and banners, contact Fast Signs of Maple Shade, 800-600-1412. Mayers with the snap, throws over the middle. This one's complete to the 5, to the left corner of the end zone,
Excellent job.
He is in for the touchdown.
Get your kids in space. That's about the 3rd time they tried that play. They had a drop, they had a limited yardage gain, and now that is touchdown off of it.
54 seconds remaining.
Coaches are getting their hands and onside teams ready.
The slow trombone.
So now 28-12. Kingsway going to be going for 2 here. Direct snap to Odom. Had to reach back to get the bad snap. Reversing his field, looking to break free at the goal line, continues to drive, and he does not get in there.
2-point conversion will fall short.
Tell you what, it wasn't for lack of effort, was it? I mean, he had to grab it with one hand and do a bunch of other stuff. That changes it from a 2-score game to 3-score game.
But they do score late here in this fourth quarter to make it look a little bit more competitive. Now 28-12. Well, the Power of Red is back at Republic Bank Oak Mortgage. They offer their customers big bank benefits with a small town feel. Republic is one of the largest Philadelphia-based banks, yet they make decisions locally, and they make them quickly as well. Love your bank again. Tonight's broadcast is made possible in part by Republic Bank Oak Mortgage, member FDIC, equal housing lender, NMLS number 783460. Williamstown has won the South Jersey Group 5 championship by knocking off Lenape 14-10, and as we said earlier, never count them out.
Their fourth quarter drive is going to look just like their first quarter drive if you didn't know which quarter you're looking at, and that's how they play. And they must have scored a late touchdown, I'm assuming here, to take the lead. And that's the type of team they are, and that's the type of team they've been. So this game is a 6. Look at this onside kick.
This is a little different. Bounces up in the air, but taken at the 49-yard line. Liddy recovers it for Cherokee.
Yeah, Tony, those onsides have been changed ever since, well, back in the day, you could put everybody and their mother over on one side. Now you have to keep, 4 or 5 back, so.
It's even worse in the NFL. I mean, you might as well not even do it.
That's right.
Because they've changed the rules so to make it so restrictive that I think about 10% of all onside kicks are ever recovered, if not less than that.
I was going to say, that's higher than I would have thought, yeah. You have to have a mistake, not a great kick or a great effort, a mistake for it to work.
So Cherokee with the football at their own 49-yard line. Johnson, who has had a great game, finds room up the middle, inside the 40-yard line to the 37-yard line of Kingsway. And that's what we've seen all game long, is the ability for those backs to find room, and that offensive line just doing great work.
Man, he's using all of his backyard jukes in this game. I tell you what, this was a great debut.
Van Mortar. Check that. Hazen checks in for Cherokee in the backfield. He gets the call, powers up the middle inside the 35 to the 34-yard line.
Gain of about 5 on the play.
Timeout now called by Kingsway. 3:08 left in the ball game. 28-12. Cherokee comfortably ahead. Chicky and Pete's is your favorite local sports bar and crab house on holidays and every day of the week. Book your holiday parties right now. There are so many options. Get the holiday gift that always fits and, as always, gets returned. Chicky and Pete's gift cards. Schedule the Chicky and Pete's Crab Fries Express food truck to cater your party or your corporate event. Chicky and Pete's to-go catering. Always the hit of the party. Chicky and Pete's, proud partner of the Philadelphia Eagles. Visit chickyandpete's.com for locations and details.
They'll go to... Oh, okay.
Cherokee with the football, 2nd and 6. Ball at the 34-yard line. Here's Johnson looking to sweep outside. He's going nowhere this time, as Kingsway had that played perfectly.
And off to number 31.
Good job holding on to the ball.
Timeout Kingsway.
Arrington makes the stop for Kingsway as he shot the gap and was able to penetrate. So Cherokee calling the timeout. We'll just keep it here as it's 28-12. So it looks like Cherokee and Williamstown are going to get together for a second time this season. It's funny because Cherokee's going to be the Central New Jersey champion, and Williamstown is going to be the South Jersey champion, and yet they're both in South Jersey.
It's just, I've given up trying to figure that one out myself. That's almost as bad as the 5s going to 4s, 4s going to 5s, South Central, Central South.
So between December 6th and 8th, they'll be heading up. They don't have the schedule yet, but they'll be heading up to MetLife Stadium and playing a football game there for, they call the bowl games, but it's Central against South.
So no more games at Rutgers. They're all at MetLife Stadium?
I think so. They may have some non-publics at Rutgers.
Okay.
So Cherokee with the football. 2:59 left. 3rd and 6. Sweeping the right side and cutting it inside to the 31-yard line.
Inside handoff to Ty Bartram.
That was Bartram on the carry.
31-yard line to bring up 4th and 3, timeout Kingsway.
So this timeout on the field with a score 28-12. Cherokee will be back in just a moment.
Looking for a certified pre-owned vehicle? Miller Ford has a great selection to complement any lifestyle or budget. Plus, not just any car can be certified pre-owned Ford. Only the best cared for vehicles are chosen and then backed with Ford factory coverage, a 7-year, 100,000-mile warranty, special financing, a clean Carfax report, and 24-hour roadside assistance. Find an affordable, reliable, and certified Miller Ford today. Miller makes it better. Route 38 Mount Holly and 24/7 at millerford.com.
Cherokee up 28. The Group 5 championship game with the right to face Williamstown, who beat Lenape for the second time this season, 14-10. In the South Jersey Group 5 championship. Osborne taking his time, and now Cherokee calls a timeout. Orbit Energy scoreboard. As we mentioned, Williamstown knocking off Lenape 14-10 in the South Jersey Group 5 championship game. Hillside 14, West Deptford 10. That's a final. Shawnee beat Ocean City 28-zip. Hamilton 28. Jackson 12. Willingboro 40. Salem 8 in Group 1. St. Augustine and St. Peter's now all tied at 28. And Holy Spirit scoring half 100 and beating Hudson Catholic 50-24. Orbit Energy scoreboard gets you up to date.
So the Lenape School District almost had Lenape, Shawnee, and Cherokee as champs. Has that happened before?
That I don't know. Because I don't know if it could happen because they're
without the Central and South thing.
Yeah, because they're in the same group.
But now that they're Central 5, South 5, and then South 4.
Right. Shawnee, that's true.
So I was wondering if that all of them had a championship the same year.
Good question. I don't have an answer. Here's Osborne throwing deep down the center of the field. This one's caught for the touchdown. Phillips.
Well, we got a little inside information from the Cherokee coaches about the last play. And they were very confident in the score, and guess what? They were right.
I'm yelling for one play. I'm like, dude, it's the same play we run all week.
So now 34-12 is Osborne going deep and connecting. May have heard some of the press box excitement. Extra point is good. And now 35-12 with 2 minutes and 43 seconds remaining in this football game. Cherokee leaves little doubt now with that long pass play to Phillips from Osborne. So they want to put a little exclamation point on this game, did Cherokee, and right there the long pass.
They sure did. Sometimes you see a play that's just too easy and you have to run it, you have to call it, and you know what? You might be setting something up for your for your semifinals in the state championship. So it serves a dual purpose.
Yeah, he was wide open, was Phillips, and of course Osborne had all the time he needed to throw that football. So once again, the kickoff by Nicholas Sirianni. Collins back there along with Odom to receive it. (35-12). Collins is going to receive it at the 5. Collins up the right side. Collins finds room. Collins across the 40. Collins in a foot race. Collins to the 30. To the 20, and he's cut down at the 12-yard line.
What happened to the old-fashioned stiff arm, young man? You would still be running.
So Collins found a hole in that defense.
Cherokee's been squibbing it and pooching it all day. And they made the mistake of kicking it deep.
Knocked down at the 12-yard line. The toss now to Odom. Spins inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. 83-yard kickoff return by Collins. Puts him in position to score again. Mayers stepping to his left, throws left corner of the end zone, but too tall for Odom.
Third down and 6 for the Dragons.
1:51 left in this ball game. I think you saw some flashes from Kingsway late in this game, the return by Collins.
Right.
Some things in the passing game that we didn't see earlier.
I did not. I mean, if they were doing it, I don't know, anytime before the fourth quarter, who knows what would have happened, you know?
Kingsway down 35-12.
How about that turnaround? 1-8 to South Jersey champs.
Not too shabby.
No.
Oh, throwing to the left side. Mayers nearly intercepted by McIntyre. St. Peter's scored in the game with just 6 seconds left and leads St. Augustine 34-28. Just 6 seconds left in that one. That must have been a great one, Sam.
Oh my goodness. I can't wait to go watch that.
St. Peter's leads St. Augustine. St. Peter scored with 6 seconds left. Kingsway with the football. Mayers sets, throws to the right side, and this one is caught. Was he in bounds? He was.
Had a foot in.
For the touchdown, that was Steve Mayers.
Touchdown, where he scored up to 35-18. Looks like the Dragons will attempt a 2-point conversion.
As everybody enthusiastically changes the scoreboard.
Well, you can kneel it out now, right?
Yeah.
35-18 now, as again, Kingsway will be going for the 2-point conversion. Minute 40 left. The toss to Schneider, cutting inside to the goal line, but does not get in.
Toss to number 43, Zach Schneider falls short with 1:40 remaining in the fourth quarter.
So 1:40 left in the fourth quarter. 35-18. We'll be back with the kickoff right after this.
Ron Jaworski. I want to invite everyone to rediscover the excellence and diversity of my 6 championship golf courses. You know what first attracted me to the game of golf? It's the precision it requires at every level. At Ron Jaworski Golf, everything we do centers around you. It's the small touches that make golf so special. That's what drew me in years ago and forever shapes the way I feel about the game. Come enjoy our amazing signature golf courses or go to ronjaworskigolf.com.
Hut, hut.
(35-18) the score. Cherokee on top with just 1:40 left in this football game. They will get the football one more time, and we can see this exotic onside kick formation.
There it is, the other way. Oh.
He might have even whiffed on the kick. It went a negative 10 yards.
I need to talk to my physics teacher to see how that happened.
On the Kingsway 38.
I've seen it on a punt go over the head.
Right, but holy smokes.
See, I remember as a Giant fan way back when the Bears were playing the Giants. I think it was in the playoffs. Sean Landetta whiffed on a punt. And the Bears recovered it. That was a big play in the game. That was kind of similar, except it was on the tee.
Because like each one that you pick, it's not. I mean, that's why I would say that's why the
Players are starting to.
like a 61-year field goal is crazy.
They still have to snap it, right?
Yeah, they got to congratulate each other before the game's actually over. But
They made the rules so hard now with the dip, you're not allowed to put people on the.
Yeah, you can't.
good to see.
Right.
Yeah, good sportsmanship.
Right, they never run start.
That I don't like.
1:39 left, and Osborne will just take a knee in victory formation. Has to do that maybe a couple more times, and it'll be over.
Well, I don't. Yeah. I don't think we're gonna stop it after this. So another time we'll do it.
Could happen, yeah. And Eric's like, and you'll be telling Agnew, Jeff left.
So Cherokee coming into this game 5 up and 5 down, suffering through a 4-game losing streak during this season, and yet here they are.
That's just unbelievable. That's unbelievable.
They will next face Williamstown, who defeated Lenape for the second time this season, 14-10. Just like the first time they met, they were down in this football game, Williamstown that is, and they came back to win it late.
They knew each other for years.
They were down 10-7, but
See you guys.
All right. Hey, Williamstown is absolutely relentless.
again the knee by Osborne. That's going to do it.
Ladies and gentlemen, your 2019 Central Group 5 champion.
So Cherokee
The Cherokee
is
Chiefs.
the Central Jersey Group 5 champions, winning it 35-18 over Kingsway. They went out to a 21-point lead, and Kingsway never recovered. We'll be back to wrap this one up in just a moment.
Hello, my name is Mark McKenna from Pat McKenna Realtors, and I am the team leader of the Mark McKenna team here in Marlton, New Jersey. I've been selling real estate for 27 years, and our group is the top producing real estate team in the South Jersey area for the last 4 consecutive years. When you hire the Mark McKenna team, we have 3 full-time salary people within the office. We have a listing coordinator, a transaction coordinator, and a director of client services to make sure that you get the proper care from start to finish. You'll deal with really seasoned agents. I have been in the business for 27 years. Bob Grace has been with me for 24 years, and Jeff Amden for 14 years. So you're getting a ton of experience when you hire the Mark McKenna team. Some of the benefits hiring our team is experience, technology, and negotiating skills. I always tell all my clients it's very easy to put a deal together, but we earn our commission keeping transactions together and getting to the settlement table. That's when our clients are most satisfied. So if you're looking to buy a property in South Jersey, we welcome you to come in and have a buyer consult with our team. Or if you're interested in seeing what the current value of your house is, we would be glad to come out and have an appointment with you and show our strategies and marketing techniques that makes us the top producing team in South Jersey.
The 2019 Group 5 Central Jersey champions are the Cherokee Chiefs, and they will next face the Williamstown Braves between December 6th and December 8th at MetLife Stadium. And Sam, this game was over, I think, in the first half in reality as they went up 21-0, and the offensive line was very impressive for Cherokee. They really controlled the game offensively, allowed them to run the football, throw some as well. But I think that offensive line just did a great job for the Chiefs and really was the difference in the ball game.
Yeah, the answers came too late. You know, they started the first quarter and the whole first half, and they made adjustments to a couple plays by halftime, and then by the fourth quarter they were able to play back and forth with Cherokee. But by that time, the game was over. So maybe if they would have had an opportunity to make their adjustments and execute their plays earlier on, it would have been a closer game, and it wouldn't have been decided so early. But definitely the answers came too late this game. They put up a valiant effort, just didn't make the adjustments they needed.
Also, they held defensively. They held Alex Odom in check. They really didn't let him get going.
Right.
And I think that was a big part of the ball game as well. And as you said, late they started to show their ability to throw the football. Yeah. But if they would have opened it up a little bit earlier, that might have made a big difference in the game. And you can see the Cherokee crowd, and you might even be able to see.
I think I see the trophy, Tony.
I see the trophy. I certainly see some flags in there. So that's gonna about do it for us. But I want to thank everybody here at this football game. Really, the Central Jersey Championship game was produced by Prime Events in association with South Jersey Sports Talk and the Sports Fan Base Network, who did all the technical stuff, and we just do the announcing. Brought to you in part by sponsorship of Mark McKenna Team Realty and Ron Jaworski Golf. So, Sam, it's been a pleasure working with you again late here in the season. Always a pleasure.
I'm sorry about that.
Want to thank everyone with Prime Events, Dean Mikowski, of course, and Tom Williams from Prime Events. And as again, want to thank the Sports Fan Base Network, who took care of producing the video and did a great job as usual. So once again, the final score here from Cherokee, the Chiefs winning it 35-18 over Kingsway. For Sam, this is Tony. So long for now.